How we doing, everyone? Are we ready for a night of Alvo?
Okay, Streamlabs, just, don't run the transition that I literally just spent 10 minutes on.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, Tips. That's what it's
Let,
all about.
let,
Technology always
let's
lets you go.
let's try this again and see if it works. Hold on 1 second.
And now, live from
Here we
Amateur Hour
go.
International Studios, welcome to Amateur Hour Commentary. Please welcome your host.
Apparently you've got no sound on your end. Welcome, everybody. Do you have sound on your end now?
Not on my end.
Why not? That's a you problem.
That's me problem.
So, for the people over in YouTube, I'm sorry to hear that.
We're good. We're good.
That's a Sean problem.
Ouch.
So, for the people
Ben.
over in YouTube, I'm sorry to hear that. All right, I'm hearing sound from there. Okay, we are good. Guys, welcome to Amateur Hour Studios. I am your host, Titch1987. Along with me today, we have the one, the only, Demolition Sean, and Venny VD Vicky. Guys, we're here to witness what everybody's here for and what everybody's excited. Guys, what are we here for?
Alvo.
Alvo.
Do it. Let's do it.
All right, Alvo. All right, I suppose
go.
I should.
Chris Taylor.
Oops.
Hey, Dred's here. I'm glad you're here, Dred, because I was going to kick you if you didn't come.
Billy Boys, quick shout out in chats. We got Mike, BAA, we got Terrorist, Timber, Dumb Dane. Everybody, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for checking out, as well as over on. Dude, I was getting there.
Chris Taylor. It's all that matters. It's the only person that matters. Chris is here. Come on, Titch.
Okay, I was going through with the Twitch stuff, and then I was going to go over to the YouTube. You know, I'll let you deal with the YouTube stuff. That's your domain. So go ahead. Welcome everybody in.
Welcome for everyone from YouTube. We got Dred. I noticed Terrorist in there. Mr. Brady. Chris Taylor. You know, I've already said Chris there. Been a long time fan. Owner One God. Crikey. You know, we got loads. We got 39
We've got the
people
Discord
watching.
server in.
We got
We've got the
Pegasus.
Discord
How are
server.
you doing, Peg? Welcome.
Yeah, we got Raz, otherwise known as Rob, Wolf's brother, and we got Flip in there, and my Rocket League teammate Grantastic Beats, who's now in here. But guys, we're gonna head into what I think everybody's here for, and that is, of course, Alvo. So for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Let's go.
Everybody, welcome to Alvo. Guys, what do you want to talk about for this map?
I want to talk about why I'm sat over on this side on my own, but you know,
Because we don't like you.
Let's go with that. But this map, you know,
I forgot to put the
it's
audio
one of the
on.
first maps, one of the very first maps. But I love it. There's so many entrances, so many ways around it.
Okay.
Yeah, every time you play it in a different direction. Considering it's a very small part of the map, this tunnel is a big part. You know, it is a lot of traffic going through it. I find. Yeah, multi-level. It's just phenomenal. Ven is he loves it for his statue. That's the only reason he likes it. I jump in again.
I would say this is one of my top 2 maps.
Yeah, I am.
This is my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's my favorite. There's a lot of different ways you can go. There's always someone behind you, always someone in front of you. It's just absolute carnage, which we should see.
Just checking which perspective we were looking at from the moment.
We are currently looking at Steve, as Wolf just ruined about. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Wolf's. He sent me a link that was not a link at all. So all we have is Steve's CLT, which I'm totally okay with, to be honest. But Mansour asked, how many maps does Alvo have? So currently there are 4 with a day and night variant of each, correct? Or no,
Correct.
there's
Of 3 of them. Of
three of them. Yes, yes.
So 7 maps overall, but 4 maps. 3 of them with 2 variants, day and night, which are different. You know, for example, Monastery. It isn't just a case of night. There is a whole different element with Monastery in the night where you can use the rooftops. So they do bring in another level with the night version that isn't in the day one. Not many people will have seen that because we haven't actually shown the night version at all. But on what you're looking at the moment on the picture, all the buildings, you know, you can get to every single one from the rooftop, and it changes the gameplay. It certainly opens up for the sniper.
One thing to bring in, Titch, you said on the last map, that was one of your top 2 maps. Was this your other?
This is my favorite.
Yeah, this is carnage.
Monastery running around on this map is awesome. This is by far.
I'm gonna be switching between talking to the people.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Talking to
Wolf, your
guys,
link
so
doesn't work, bro.
Swapping it out.
Yep,
Your link is broken.
Cap, so it's cool.
Send me a proper link and I can get you up here.
All right, we are good to go. Oh shit! Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, so this is.
I wasn't ready. That was story of the game. You don't have time to be ready. You got to be on it.
So hopefully you guys can hear the game. We didn't want it to be overly loud, but you should be able to hear some of what's going on in the background there.
Don't worry about that guy.
Just, I jumped on early today. I haven't had a chance to play much at all, but I jumped on with a couple of the guys.
Brian Paul's
did about an hour.
Right.
It's phenomenal. Normally I play Firewall sat down. You cannot play this game sat down. You have to be ready.
Dude,
the movement is just epic.
Every time I go to
so not only that is I find like with Firewall, I kind of turn and I'm 180 degree swings. With this game, I find myself I'm like facing the couch and like my cord is wrapped around me. Like it's incredible.
You get locked in it, don't you?
Oh, you absolutely.
You do. Steve top of the leaderboard at the minute.
Ooh, Wolf is not gonna like that. But if anybody can hear the sound of dogs going on right now, so there are kill streaks. So going back to a couple of the questions in chat here, this is currently a free-for-all mode.
Polish Paul should be back.
There is so there's a radar, like a motion radar. There is a drone that has like C4 or something on it.
It's just explosive. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
Like I said,
It's
the RC car operates quite similar, doesn't it?
yeah.
It was all about those hammies. You just had to stretch.
And then
yeah, that man.
Dogs.
Unplug
yeah, and then
charging
the
cable.
dogs.
I'm just, I'm into it, man. Usually I'm sitting there sending messages. This guy.
Yeah, so you move with Alvo, just getting a couple of things in chat. So for Alvo, you have a couple of options. You can either move with head direction or gun direction. That is in the settings. You can choose either. On there, Manzor, the mini map on your side of the gun is really good. You can quite easily pick out any campers where they're hiding. Distance on it is pretty good as well for looking around where you need to be.
Yeah.
You say that, but you don't have a lot of time to be looking at that map. You do not have a lot of time at all.
No,
No, it's like to get dogs on this map. Like you have to be be able to kind of like move in a way to kind of separate yourself from other people.
I love it.
So did you hear that,
guys,
Steve? You can do that.
You can jump anywhere. If you see it, you can see it. You can jump.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. If you can see it, you can jump it, and
Yeah.
These guys have been playing this constantly, and they're still finding new things. The jumping mechanic is brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the jumping mechanic is phenomenal. It really adds to an extra level of gameplay. Hopefully, man, this stream is really loud in my ear, so it's kind of I'm having a hard time. So hopefully it's okay for you guys though. But yeah, like I find that the jumping mechanic is. I'm trying to think of a specific map that works really well for it, like desert.
Yeah, there's a few places you get in desert where you get like a sniper position, which is pretty cool. Cyberchick just asked how many times you can respawn. There's not a limit; it's on a time limit for this mode. So you just keep coming back.
You do, yeah. Keep coming back for as long as you can. Now, Search and Destroy does have a respawn limit. That one's a little bit different, and it's round based. Been very lucky myself to test that. Venny, you're eager. I know we're on the verge of another build of Search and Destroy that you'll be able to tag into.
There's the dogs right there. I honestly I can't wait for Seek and Destroy. Like that's gonna be a fun one to test.
It's gonna be the polar opposite of what we're seeing now, and I think that's the interesting bit. It's just gonna be totally different.
Yeah,
almost like two different games.
And that's the thing is like you're gonna have the free for all, fast paced like run and gun, and then we're gonna have the Seek and Destroy, slow paced. Like it's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know, pick up the bomb, get shot, you drop the bomb, teammates got to pick up the bomb. It's brilliant. A couple of plant sites around the map that are random. You know, we've got a lot of randomization in the spawn locations for that. It's going to be a game changer.
This is a few of the questions here. There's yes, they can all hear each other in this mode, which is really cool because there's just always someone who's dying. And you just hit,
it's actually really funny, yeah. Because when we did that Discord, we did the Discord only stream, and that's what it was. It was like anybody watching is just the constant like, so close. And it was just all these voices, and everybody was just laughing and.
I know in the Discord side we didn't get too much for the people hearing it because Discord doesn't like sharing the chat. Yeah, it's just epic. You know, obviously you've got in this. We do have the option to mute people. Alvo does have that option because you can hear everybody. You can decide to turn them off. That was very important.
Yeah.
A question about the Move controllers. Now I've not used them. Did any of you guys actually use the Move controllers yet? I know there's a few people
that's important in life.
I have not used the Move controllers. So here's the map selection at the end of the round. So
do you bring your aim controller to the desk just for that?
No. It's here. I've got my moves down here. You know, I've got a gaming setup. I'm not like you on a kitchen table, man. Come on.
So, I know Steve didn't look at it properly, but Wolf was #1 on that game. So, by the way, there's polls down below, I believe, that Wolf set up for who's going to win the most matches tonight. I don't actually have
that's down on Twitch for anyone watching on YouTube. Amateur Hour commentary on Twitch. Doing a poll there for who's going to win.
I haven't actually looked at the poll, so I don't know what he put, but he just said he did a poll, so I'm just going to trust him on that one.
Cyber girl wise, we've already had Titch in the game, so we've got enough girls in at the minute.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dread asking what's the league ideas? Yeah, hopefully
Dread.
and Destroy up. I think that should be definitely a good makeup for a league match.
40 ounce. Yeah, 40 ounce Frank asks, how's the game so far? So far the game plays phenomenally. I think the biggest complaint, like if I were to give a complaint, the biggest issue that we've heard from myself and other beta feedback is at the end of a night my feet hurt from playing too much. And as somebody did complain about their arm was hurt from holding up the gun for so long, for like hours, like 6 hours. I think he played straight, and he said that his arm was sore. That's the biggest complaint, I think.
It's not a bad complaint.
If anybody knows Terrorist, Terrorist, he loves his gaming, spends absolutely hours gaming, wakes up first thing in the morning, straight on. He spent 7 hours today straight playing Alvo.
He's been bot farming. That's what he's been doing for the leaderboard.
Yeah, he's top of the leaderboard by miles. But
so one thing I want to touch base really quick here. I don't know if anybody heard it, but you hear the audio effects too from when you go into the tunnel. It actually the audio effects that they put into it. So you actually have the sound from the teammates as if you're there in that tunnel. That 3D audio effect is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone spoke as that was happening, but we'll get that again. No doubt we'll be in the tunnel again.
Try and get that on, for sure. It's just epic.
So that's the other thing too, changing loadouts on respawn. So when you die, you have a 5-second respawn wait. You have to actually hit X. So if, your wife comes in...
That's minimum. Obviously, you've got longer if you want to just quickly do your loadouts. But
yeah, so you can go in, you can change your loadouts, but you have 5 seconds, then you can hit X and respawn in. So it gives you that little bit of time where if your wife's yelling at you or whatever, you can be like, lady, I'm playing Alvo, do you mind? And you're not respawning and dying. So
at the moment, obviously, it is only a beta test. It's very limited on that. So at the moment, when you just press loadout, it does just say loadout 1, loadout 2, loadout 3, loadout 4. There will be more customizations of that. There'll be pictures of the guns so you know exactly what's in those loadouts, just to make it a little bit easier for you. It is handy. Most of the time you do get... I know, for example, my loadout 1's the AK and my loadout 2's the sniper. You do learn that, as with anybody, but it's always handy for that reassurance to know that.
Grenades look overpowered. Well, this is a beta. I'm sure there's going to be some adjustments to things.
It is. We've at the minute initially in our feedback, we're looking at reducing them for certainly for the next couple of weeks down by 10%, just to go from there, see how they get on. But yeah, everything changes, absolutely everything, and that's one of the things we're looking at changing. For some reason on Oculus they weren't as powerful. I don't understand why they are on PlayStation, but whether it's because the game's a little bit more fluid, we were against bots a lot more on Oculus. I don't know, but it's pretty quick to change, and the guys are already putting it into the next version.
Yes, I think when you're looking at a 10-person free-for-all, there's a lot of grenades going about.
Yeah.
There's not really any avoidance.
It seems like
statue just getting in there, just chucking that out.
It seems like you're always getting pinched, and then there's always that one person that hucks in a grenade. So, or when somebody's chasing you, you turn around, you throw the grenade down, and you die, but the grenade takes out the other person. There's a lot of trades, which is why the kill streaks make it a little bit harder to get, because of that reason. There's always constant gunfight. Like, the amount of times you've walked away and you'll be so red, and then somebody will come around the corner and you're dead.
Yeah. But we've just been asked, will the leaderboard be wiped at launch? Now, that's not something that's been specifically talked about, but it will be, won't it? So
yeah, it will be. It will be. We're not letting Terrace get that far in front. Crikey, his ego's big enough. He's not going to get that far ahead. Classic Jack, yes. Melee you can do. There is also a bayonet attachment that you can put onto the front of the rifles,
which is absolutely deadly. Like, the amount of times I've accidentally, like, so Steve and I
skewered someone.
So Steve and I were actually trying to capture some, like, the media stuff that I've done. Some of the clips I dropped. I was trying to do some stuff, and I accidentally walked into it and died.
Yeah, like, we learned that. That's why I don't run it, because we learned that in the Oculus side. We were just trying to go through and go, oh, this is really good, this is really good. Just turn around and take the other person out. It got really frustrating, so we just took it off as default.
There was the drone.
There's the drone.
Another question here. VR Slayer asking, is it easy to go backwards in the game? So that just literally means walking backwards.
So here's the audio.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah, you got it there. Yeah, I mean, I never went backwards much. I was just constantly running around in a loop trying to get away from everyone. But yeah, it's easy to move backwards.
I do not know. I don't know whether anywhere we've got rangers in the chat, but I've got into the habit, because when you know somebody's chasing you, you just ping a grenade up off the wall, and because of how fast they're running, it lands and just takes them out as they're chasing after you. It's just it's brilliant fun. You've got to change.
A big part of this one is timing the reload on this. I keep getting stuck on a reload. Every time I press reload, there's always 3 people come out.
Yeah, and that's the thing I found too is, but I mean it makes sense. You have to reload, right? But yeah, same thing. The amount of times where I've killed somebody, go to reload, and then all of a sudden somebody's running around a corner, and I'm like, click, click, dead.
But the pistols are really good. Just changing to your secondary weapon, the pistols are really good in the game. You stand a good chance against someone, even if you just run around with the pistol for most of it.
Yeah, so we were actually doing a shotguns pistols, which I believe they're going to be doing one here today. By the way,
Baby Yoda,
Wolf is number 1. I just want to say I called for everybody watching. That was in the Discord. I'm pretty sure I called this one. I think it was Choco. I think I said
Wolf as well.
What's that guy's name? Choco. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever his name. Hot chocolate. Whatever his name is. I think he said that somebody else is going to be number 1. I don't know.
Where is Choco? I'm surprised we've not got Choco here. Is he in the chat?
He's got to be in here.
He's got to be
somewhere. Yeah. House on night.
Wolf said.
So this map, for anybody not sure what you're going to see bot-wise, but this is one of the maps that's waiting an update. Both the night maps, basically, House Night and Desert Night, they're waiting on an update to come through. The daytime versions, perfect.
So to my
understanding, there could be some quirky things going on here, but that's expected.
That's expected.
So I think 2 things to kind of say that. Number 1, this. Can we say how out of date this is?
This map is about 6 weeks behind Oculus. Just to give you a rough idea, there are at least 4 more vehicles outside. There's a lot more assets on the roof, solar panels, a lot more cover on the rooftops that just aren't in this build. No, that proves how
yeah. So
Sean. Yeah, I was going to say Karen just said, "Hey Sean, where was mine?" But it's fine. It's fine. I'll act it. All right, Karen.
hello, Karen. Welcome. Yeah. So with this,
I'm not looking at that mediocre chat on Twitch.
Yeah, that's why you're over there by yourself. Yeah. So with this being a little bit of an older build, so also we were supposed to actually get the day version of this, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. It is in the builds. It's just a little bit harder to find. I will have to show you that, Titch, because you've not played it yet. It's epic.
No, I did the Night Monastery though. So Steve got us into the Night Monastery, showed us how to do it, and that's where we started taking the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Night Monastery, guys! Oh my God! Wait until you see Night Monastery.
Epic trades.
I mean, even this map. What's the we get the up-to-date version. This is going to be epic because there's always someone upstairs. There's always someone on the balcony looking out a window at you. There's so many places to get hit from.
Yeah,
I think someone's just got shot on the roof there.
This is what I tried saying at the very start. People were like, "Well, it's a small map." It is a small map, but it's so multi-level. You can jump out of windows. You can jump off the roof. There's always somebody somewhere. As you saw him go up a few floors there, plus the garage as well, which is in the basement.
Yeah, this one has like 4 levels, like all together, like for the house, including the basement. Now, granted, they're small levels, but like
it doesn't stop. It's so active, so quick. It just doesn't. This one, there's a few people I expect to see God Cannon camping on this one quite a lot because there's some good dark patches you can just really sit into, especially with a shotgun. They love it. Is that Yoda at the top again?
Yeah, I believe so. So looks like Steve's running the shotgun this time.
It lasted long.
Yeah, it looks like Wolf's ahead by 1. No, 2 actually. He just Wolf's laughter tells me he just made that kill. Wolf is an absolute beast at this game, man.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
There is full damage. Annoyingly, I got shot. I took a bullet and then jumped off a roof, and that was me gone. It ended up saying I killed myself. So yeah, there is.
Oh man, I never knew you made. I didn't even know you could.
Yeah, it isn't.
Baby Yoda.
It's another one. Just someone else said didn't even know you could. So again, still finding stuff they didn't expect.
Is he gonna? I didn't make it into the garage. I was hoping he would.
Okay, we're on top. See if we can get some little.
Oh, a lot of explosions.
A lot of trades. Yeah, but it just takes a few of them just to know where they spawn. A few grenades going in.
What is the average time of a single game? I believe the timer is 10 minutes or 11 minutes.
It's minute 12.
Is it 12?
12 at the minute in free.
To be honest, I don't. I know it's at least 10. And I just play.
Yeah, and the downtime between not very long either, so it kind of blurs into one. Pegasus asking what team mode. So there's going to be team deathmatch and then the search and destroy. So these are 3 modes in total. However, they are very receptive to all the little ideas and potential things down the line. So who knows?
We've talked on other things like domination and everything like that. They just want to get the game out, get the core modes in there. But yeah, they're happy. Look,
so
you can do it in any game.
Wolf and I were actually doing, so it was me, him, and Sileside, and we were on town map where Steve's car is, and we were playing basically King of the Hill on Steve's car. So whoever could hold Steve's car for the longest during that time. It was a ton of fun, though.
We've got Mansur asking if you can mute a player then talk. So I'm assuming you mean mute like a specific player then carry on talking.
Yeah, you can do that.
That works.
You just in the game. You just go into the options menu, just click on the speaker icon next to the name and just mute them.
That's a requirement, isn't it? I think that's part of the requirement.
It is, yeah. It was something, obviously, not going into names, but other shooter games that we played where that isn't a feature. I don't get why, because actually, after reading the guidelines for Sony, it's required. So I don't quite know how that gets around, but it is a required feature to be able to mute someone in a multiplayer game.
Sorry, Sean, we've got Andre Castillo asking how long between matches. Now there's a minute left of this one, so you're going to see shortly there really isn't long. You'll see the scoreboard pop up, and then There we go. Here it is.
So we got 20 seconds to select to everybody to vote on a map. What's up, Wolf? Wolf is actually in game.
So what we're looking at doing.
Wolf is number 1 again. By the way, I just want to point that that's 3 games in a row. Is it 4 games in a row? I don't know.
He's doing well.
What was the prize fund as well? What was Wolf going to win?
Potentially having his name in game, but that's already ticked. So
yeah, he's already got.
Sure, it's more than that.
Yeah, he's already got he's already got his wolf, the wolf den.
Wolf den.
Yeah, and oh, we're going to Desert Night. This is an absolute amazingly done
map to go around.
Yeah, it's incredible what he's done with this map.
It's taken a long while, really long while to work on. You know, again,
Baby Yoda is
buildings around different levels you can go on, different rooftops, jumps off them.
Wolf needs to get out of the chat. He's got a game to win.
Not only that, so he's fragging in game, and he's just like, I can do this while chatting. Don't worry about it. Easy mode. How many maps? So 4 maps with 3 day and night variants, so 7 maps altogether.
And two more in development at the minute.
And 2 more in the development.
Which
I have played 1. Bloody amazing.
This one, I still can't work my way around it yet. This one is just
this building.
It's a lot bigger than the other ones, isn't it? Or at least it feels a lot bigger when you're inside it, for sure. There's a lot more open ground.
With the moon on this map and everything like that, it's just.
Oh, shot in the back. Is he going to do it? It's dead. Gone. Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's Baby Yoda top still. Yeah, it's another kill by Baby Yoda.
But it's amazing how quick it is to change it around. Doesn't take long.
There's a question of what happens if people quit mid-game. So that would replace with the bots.
Yeah, replace with the bot and then opens up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not going to end up having any downtime. Like what you see is what you get, really.
And to be clear, the bots are not. They will one-shot you in the head. Like it's amazing how like Superman is the greatest bot in history. Like the amount of times that dude's like one-tap me with a pistol, I'm like, what the?
Dan Nada asked about is it easy to spawn kill? At the minute, yes, because that hasn't been added in yet, as the spawn positions haven't been completely finalised. So yeah, on this beta at the moment, you could get spawn killed. But by chance, you couldn't go and find a spawn point and
no, you couldn't go standing one. It's so all around the map every time wherever you go, so you're not going to know where they are.
And that's the thing with 10 people running around, and it's like people are running around. They're not in one spot. Generally, they're running around. So no matter where you spawn, there's always somebody going to be running by not long later. So it's rough.
Wow, it's my first time looking through this skull.
Yeah, I love this map. You know, this section that is in now is really good at the back. There's a lot of buildings. It's quite dark.
Yeah, we need to look at the moon because everyone's been commenting on the moon, haven't they?
Yeah, I have not played it yet because we haven't done it. Search and Destroy on this map when we test it next week. I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Cyberchick asking what's the objective. Well, on this one, just kill people as much as you can. On this,
kill as many as you can.
That's all it is to it. Yeah.
Most kills at the end is the winner.
Is it Baby Yoda still? I think Wolf is still.
Oh yeah.
Can you switch your loan out without dying at the moment?
At the moment, no, but that is a valid thing. I'm pretty sure it's in the Oculus build on the options menu. But that it still wouldn't come into effect until after you've died. Same as like any game like Call of Duty, anything like that. It's the next time you spawn.
I don't know if you've caught it. So you press X to respawn, you press square to choose your loadout. So just before you respawn, you press square, pick your loadout, and then you're back in.
So no. I don't know if anybody saw that, but Wolf's at 16 kills. The closest person to him is at 9.
I don't know what it is with you and Wolf. People are going to start thinking you've got
19
like a
to 10.
History here.
Like the dude is just insane.
Yeah, he was sniping me to the side of the map.
I spoke to him before the match, and he said, oh, I'm shaking, I'm really nervous. I know how good some of the other players are and how much they've been practicing. So yeah.
He just goes in and just starts just wasting everyone.
So as you can see there's a little bit of lighting issues that has been fixed. But as we said, the night maps are some of the maps that are waiting an update. They're about 6 weeks out of date.
I think the biggest thing for people to remember is this is still beta.
Like, phase 1.
Phase 1.
There's a question about the non-lethals. So we have got smoke and flash. Was there any more that were in there?
No, at the minute just the smoke and flash.
Yeah,
smoke and flash.
Both of them are absolutely epic to the point where they need dialing back a little bit, because when you flash, yeah.
Or as I like to refer to it as smoke and makes me want to vomit. And Wolf does it all the time. He'll flash me all the time, and I'm like, ah! Stop!
Yeah, I don't run a flash. I just take a couple of grenades personally.
Yeah, me too. Because I play a gentleman's game, Wolf. I don't flash people.
What lethals are in at the minute? That is just frag grenades, isn't it?
Just the grenades, yeah.
At the moment,
they're so easy, Cyber. Just to add little things in. It's so simple for me to say that, but it really is. You know, to change for example, if you were to change a grenade to an impact grenade, all the mechanics are still exactly the same. It is just changing a few bits of code for when they go off.
There's a question there about claymores, and I thought initially, I'm thinking, well, that would be good in search and destroy. But can you imagine 10 people free for all putting claymores down? That would be insane.
I'd love it.
That would be brilliant. Yeah.
I'd love it.
Customization. There is customization, so you unlock like coins to buy sights and different kind of skins for your character.
Yeah, I think there's
skins for the gun.
8 scopes or 8 sights right now currently.
Yeah, different ones.
Sure.
Yeah, ACOG, standard reflex. Yeah, blue holosight, red holosight. There's a few different ones there that you can go through and get.
And then there's like the sniper scopes, like 16x and stuff like that. Like
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was actually like the scopes is kind of cool. Like that's an addition that we don't have on anything else currently, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on, Cloud and Viper and Bobot?
Got a question about is offline bots in the game?
Not yet.
You can choose to have bots or not, can't you? But at the moment, you can't just go in with bots.
we can choose to have bots or not in our test build. That won't at the moment. Obviously, that just proves that it's a feature that can be done. But that is purely for testing. The bots will be on by default. There are many things that we're discussing. You know, bots for like free for all. Once you get 5 players in the game, we're looking at the option of just get rid of the bots completely. You know, they're so fluid. Any ideas that the guys chuck to them, they go, yeah, I can do that. They don't put it priority down the bottom. There's certain things that have been asked and they've gone, I really like that. Let's get it in the game before launch.
Yeah.
They don't make
it as well. Like this is why it's like a small scale thing at the moment, isn't it? Because there is actually an update that changes quite a lot of it for the better. So this is just free for all at the minute. It's quite limited in what we're seeing. Mentioned kill streaks. Yeah, we've got the dogs, got the drones, the RC car, and the radar.
I think if Wolf was streaming, we'd be able to see a lot of the kill streaks, but
yep. Have you messaged him to ask him to just restart?
Baby, you want to get the kill just on the screen? That's all I keep seeing. It's just God, Karen, got that one. We're seeing a lot of the death animation. That's true.
I love that tunnel. The tunnel down the bottom. Shame you didn't get to see it, but the lighting effect at the bottom is really good.
Oh, the crystalline, like.
Here we go. Is he going to go down? You just saw the blue light down there, but it died. But yeah, it's just it is really good.
Cyber's coming in with another question about the drones. So you don't actually control them. You just release them, and they kind of like a homing style essentially. They just go out and find the nearest enemy and explode.
Yeah, so Classic Jackass, also character customization. So with that, you can actually change. There's different face options, not paint, but actual facial structure options. You can have hats, bandana. You can even have an eye patch. There's a couple of different hats you can have. There's a couple of different suits.
Different at the minute, there's a couple of different suits. Now, obviously, what you've seen is limited. There's so more that we're looking to bringing into the game. But what's in the menus for the testers to see? Yeah, it's just a variation of different camos, woodland, snow, things like that. It's endless, you know.
Yeah.
They're at the point where they would say, "Community, design me a camo, and we'll run it." They are that open to any ideas that they go through.
Hank fought us, wondering where all the people that usually watch my stream, but I found them. Yes, sorry, Hank, we stole them. I hope you can understand why they would be here. Not that your stream isn't good, but I mean.
Ghillie suit. I like the idea of a ghillie suit. There you go. That's in the tunnel. Trade.
Yeah, this is the first official stream.
Yeah. That Baby Yoda again. I'm just seeing Baby Yoda on the screen constantly. What's the score there? I didn't catch how many kills he got.
Didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he killed himself?
Yeah, so Cyber's got all the questions today. So, yeah, the dogs, the drone, the RC car, they just seek the next target, and then they kill what's in their path, basically. You get awarded the kill for that. The dogs carry on going. The drone is just one kill, and that's it. And Bremen, no, it's Venny and Sean and Titch.
So it was like 21 to like 12.
Wow,
that's crazy.
In Wolf's favor.
Crazy.
Was it 20 something to 15? 29 to 15 was that? Oh my god.
You just don't have the chance here. It's chasing around. That's a different player. Shot in the back.
Yeah, Bremen. I am Titch. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Now you can. I played with Bremen. Now,
yeah, sadly, Cyber, they can get put down. Yeah,
and
you make it a habit.
You have two choices: you either put them down, or you act like an agent for the Matrix and you turn and run. Like those are your only options, because the dogs will just kill you.
The thing is, if the dogs turn up, because it's 3 dogs at once, isn't it? If they turn up when you've already got most of your magazine gone, you have to run.
Yeah.
Once you see them coming around the corner, right? Yeah.
What percentage left of the game? Endless. This game is never going to end. The updates are never going to finish. They have absolutely no intention of it. So, for physical wise, it's the Sony side we're waiting on, the update side. So, probably 5%. For actual physical release of what we want, but yeah, for things to come out, no, it's endless.
Herb is the almighty lord of the shotguns. That is correct.
He's a pain in the arse with a shotgun.
Yeah. I'm sure he moves quicker than anybody else. I don't know what's going on there.
He does. He's a hacker.
A friendly fire and
hardcore mode. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that. I do like a hardcore mode. I do like a friendly fire.
I do wonder.
We're in the hardcore mode, aren't we? I've not noticed it easy.
Yeah. Well, for Wolf it is 32 to 22. Like 17 deaths. He had less deaths than everybody else.
10 ahead. He's 10 ahead of second place.
10 ahead.
Yeah, but to be fair, when we did our Discord one the other day...
Brian Paul...
I was nailing it.
Brian Paul was supposed to be the, Choco's #1 pick. I hope he doesn't bet money on his fantasy football picks either.
Alright, going into house again. So for anybody watching the Discord side of it, following on, so this map is the one with the future update that's got the Jeep in it for Ed. That's in house. You'll see that in the new build if we ever go to it. That's it just proves that his community. He opened up, Steve. He just said that this is why this particular object is in the game. Not many people would do that, so hats off to him. He is very open in the community. He has been all day today. And yeah, he doesn't have to be. That's the point. He doesn't have to be, but he's out there. He's talking to everyone all the way through. He doesn't leave it to us to do or anything like that. He's straight there with you, down to earth.
Yeah, the amount of I can only imagine the amount of sleepless nights that Steve's had just being in Discord to all hours.
He's had 3 playing the game.
Yeah,
Honestly, we
had to essentially
UK
put him to
time
bed the other night.
Yeah, it was UK time 2 o'clock, and the man was still playing. So what was that? That must be 10 o'clock for you, 9 o'clock for you, Titch.
Yeah, about 9
a.m. And he was still playing. Yeah, crazy.
Sorry, Classic Jack has asked this twice now. I was going to respond, but then I think we got sidetracked. The sniping in the game. The sniping's good. I'm not good.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the sniping.
It's not easy.
It's not. It's definitely going to take people some getting used to with the scope.
Yeah.
I think we'll
I like it on Town. Town is good. Actually, as you were saying from behind the car when you were doing King of the Hill.
Yeah.
From behind Steve's car at the top there, the sniper is pretty good.
It's powerful, but it's not easy. So that's key. You're not going to get 10 people running around with a sniper rifle, which is important, I think. Motion controllers, yes, you can move them. We did talk about that a little bit earlier on. You can use move controllers.
Yeah, so it's going to be so correct me if I'm wrong, but it's going to be move, DualShock 4, aim, and then whatever Oculus has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Oculus Touch.
Yeah, so
I think the aim's going to be the main one. Definitely.
I've just asked Steve whether he can do a game with moves, so we'll see what he comes back with at the end of this one. I know he does have them, so
you should get Wolf to use the moves. That'd be interesting.
I think we should Wolf. I think Wolf should have one arm.
I know Herb's pretty good with them. Herb is really good with the moves. He has tried them out.
Yes, you can jump. Pistolo, you'll probably see a lot of jumping going on. If Steve could stay alive long enough to show the jump.
We take over the poor guy's YouTube and we just spend like an hour just tearing him apart. Oh, if Steve was better at the game.
Well, fine, we've not got a Discord to go back to, but never mind.
So let me see whether I can get you some current stats of the beta test. I'll try and get them over to you, Titch, and you can see what you can get up. Just for the kill side. So, okay. Yeah, I can just tell you, to be fair.
Right.
Terrorist is now at 8,287 kills, and it has been out a week.
That's ridiculous.
That's pretty good. Danarama, he's at 5,894, and Herb is ranking 3rd place with 4,973 kills. So, these guys are absolutely hammering game through. Yeah. Our Discord number 1, Choco, he's down at 8th place. He's letting the side down really. I thought he was.
But again, he miraculously is unavailable when Wolf is online, and he keeps claiming number 1 spot. I don't know.
Baby Yoda, just put it for how much Wolf hasn't played. He's doing really well here. He's down in 13th.
Yeah, Wolf is very good.
13th place. 1,614 kills, and this is live. If I refresh at the end of this game, we'll get an update as we go through.
Where am I down?
He keeps asking if the leaderboard resets again. Yes, the stats will be reset because we can't be having terrorists getting away with 8,000 kills. Not a chance.
No.
They give him another week to do that afterwards.
When it's not, he's got a lot of bots at the minute. He's playing and farming bots during the day, so that is a lot, but it's not. It's not going to be how it is.
Yeah, I think. I think somebody had said current is almost close to 100 kills a game with bots. Just bots.
Yeah.
Running around for 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is, and just laying out bots. I think was the maximum right now is just over 100 kills. So
yeah,
it's great. The other day I went in Sunday. During the day, just had a bit of downtime. I thought I'd just jump on. Terrorist was in with a room full of bots, just farming them, picking them off one by one, and I shot them. And all I heard was, "What the hell was that?" I was like, "Yes, I've joined the game. Stop farming your bots."
Yes, I've joined the game. Stop farming your bots. That's so funny.
But that's what's great about the voice chat is because I heard him go, "What?"
That's hilarious.
Limited ammo. At the minute, there's not limited ammo.
No,
On free.
at the minute it's open. That is in the stats to come out. But for testing purposes, we need some ammo just to go through, just to keep playing the game as fast as we can, find any bugs.
It does have mag limits though on the beta.
Yes.
So even though we technically have unlimited ammo, you still have to reload and stuff.
Reload. Yeah.
Yeah. Cyber's asked, is there a solo? I'm not quite following. Is that a reference to like an offline mode? Is that?
Never.
I don't know. Do you want to type that again? If that's what you mean, an offline mode. I'm not sure. Can you bring out your fists? You can do a melee with the gun.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, you basically like take the butt and.
Yeah.
It's definitely a shooter.
Yeah. It's hard to get close enough to someone.
Why the box teabagging me?
I'm hoping they go back to town. Maybe can you ask see if Sean will stop by see if Steve will stop by a couple of places and maybe get a look at some of the signs and maybe pay tribute to someone.
Of course. Cyber, yeah. So you can play it online on your own if no friends available by just going with the randoms. At the minute, there is no offline. Well, I suppose there is. If you logged on and there was nobody else online on the beta, you would end up with just bots. But when it comes to the full release, that's not something that's in at the moment, is it?
No, but I know that there is.
Enough to put in.
I know there is, or I shouldn't say. I know there is.
I
know there's talks of custom matching. Obviously, that would allow for league play. Stuff like that.
Steve took Venny and myself on, fully knowing our background, what we want to do league wise. So he is very open to working with us. Going right, what do you need to do to run a league? They are
a quick little touch here.
Ideas.
Sorry, Sean, we're just seeing a couple of options here. So there was an option for gun offset. There was left-handed mode, which isn't operational yet, but is in the game. There's quite a lot of different options to choose from.
So I want to talk. I can't believe we didn't talk about that. Custom gun offset. So on the offset, it is at least for the beta that custom offset is functional. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the offset way, so you can change it pretty much anywhere. If the gun is 1-to-1, or if you can move it slightly to the left, right, up, down, whatever. It's quite flexible.
Yeah, so like you can actually raise the gun up, so you can play with your gun pointed almost down, but in game your gun will be straight, and to get yourself in the most comfortable position, so you're not having to hold it up there. But with people with stocks like myself, if you don't have a stock that's adjustable in height ways, get it to a comfortable position. Now you can go in and just offset the gun to wherever it needs to be straight on, which is a phenomenal idea, rather than just here it is or offset.
Yeah, it's a toggle switch for just like a set offset, and then you've got all them functions as well. So yeah, it's quite customizable. Mention of operator skills from Pegasus here. There is perks in the game, but not selectable within the beta. But that is on the loadout is a perk option. So again, a lot of options with that.
It's certainly on the list. There isn't going to be the perks from release because it isn't ready for that yet. But it is something that they've wanted since day one to have the perks. So I see the function there, and I don't think it'll be too long until they come out into the game. But priority for them is just going to be getting the game launched, get the team deathmatch, search and destroy out, and then straight onto map designing. Get the rest of the maps out for everyone to work through. That was nasty.
What's key though is how receptive the team are being to all the different ideas. So if it can be done and people want it done, it will be done. It is basically how it's going down, isn't it?
Yeah. Like that echo.
We're getting a nice echo there, aren't we? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because the three-dimensional audio is incredible. Chainsaw Chuck, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Check live from PlayStation. Watch on your phone.
I'm not sure.
Wait, is Wolf not number one?
No, not on this one. Not that I've seen on this one.
What is going on
How long
here?
we got left?
I'm sorry, dude. I had my microphone muted. I don't know why, and there's no telling for how long. Yeah, they're welcome to jump in if they can. Dude, I'm such an idiot. You don't know all the things I was saying.
Oh, I don't know.
Happens to everybody.
Baby Yoda number 4.
I can't see the board well enough to be fair on mine.
Are there different skills for advantages like Will Sponge? Currently, no.
Whoever gets in once Paul leaves, man. That's the deal.
So currently,
There's the perks though. There's the perks that they're gonna.
Yeah.
The function is there to have this kind of thing, but at the minute it's not. It's not there.
Yeah, it's not in the build at the moment, but there is the function and the scope to add perks. Again, so perks like heavy duty, anything like that, they're just a numbers game. You know, it's nothing too drastic. It's add X amount of XP health to this person. It doesn't take a genius to code that in. It's just having the time to make it work and implement it into the games. I didn't quite realise that when you build a game mode, for example, free for all search and destroy, it's not just saying make this change. It's make this change for every single game mode. So you have to, everything you do, you have to replicate and duplicate into a different game mode. So yeah, it's crazy. That's why you can find one bug in search and destroy that isn't there in the others, because everything's copied across.
We've got a couple more things coming up here. We have had a question about the rough estimation of when it's coming out. We just can't answer that, can we? Unfortunately,
we would love.
We're not far away. I know it's been said a lot. It's coming soon, but this is really right on the edge of coming soon now. Mentioned the spawn killing again. Yeah, that's something that's been looked at. It's Fast and Furious.
And there's something with 10 players. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, dying right when you spawn in sucks. It does. But weirdly enough, because it's so fast paced, and everybody's laughing and joking, at least when we're in there, like it doesn't matter who's playing, it's just a ton of fun. You don't even really notice it. Like it's not something that really bothers you, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but it's quite an easy thing to adjust, isn't it? You know, there's a lot of options again for that.
I think for a lot of people, I think the Seek and Destroy in TDM or Team Deathmatch is really going to be like sort of their go-tos, and that's going to be a bit of a prevention from that kind of thing, because you're going to have areas, or you know what I mean. It's going to be a little bit of a slower. You're not having.
I like this map. Obviously, yes, I've got parts in here. You've got something in this map, Venny. But the fact that I've actually designed textures for this map this is why I like this one so much.
Which one? What textures did you do?
Yeah.
Come on.
A few in the green room. A few in the green room. So that was the latest one that we did in there. So yeah, that's quite nice. When I go in there, I just stand and have a look and go, "Oh, I made that."
Another question that we just let slip by there about any kind of awards or operations. Obviously, like other games do, there is a shop. You do get currency. You would see it at the beginning before people come in, so you'll not see it now, but there is currency at the minute in the beta. You just add kind of unlimited money to buy your sites and stuff. But there is currency. Wolf's back in the chat again.
Yeah,
that's why he loses the game. He needs to get back in the game.
That falls down to domain of just making things. You know, everybody wants to buy things going through the game, whether it be camos, anything you can unlock. The team are really open to keeping the game going out there. They may be, you know, Firewall introduced the operations, and they've done extremely well on it, giving people targets, and I don't see why we can't have that sort of thing. Yeah, look at these settings. You know, turn speed up. Now, going on that turn speed, at the minute that's 3. We are upping that to 5.
Really?
You know, that is going up. So if you want to turn,
holy crap! Like it's fast already.
Oh, it's so quick. If your mind can handle it, it's going up to 5.
Shotguns, pistols, and grenades.
That's incredible.
It's going to be epic. But why not?
You know, did anybody see what the score was at the end of that? I missed it.
No, I was looking at these settings.
I don't have grenades. Shotguns only. I have flashes.
The yellow stairs on this one, again, had nice input on this map. Getting the tunnel put in. The team, when I first started helping with the team, I never had VR, PSVR, PC VR, I should say. And they went, okay, no worries, well, we want you to see the map, so we're going to make you a drone mode, so you can fly around the maps. And I was flying around, and I went, it'd be really good if we can get something to join this section and this section. And I came back a week later, and they'd done it.
So, and that's something like I know we had suggested as AHC, drone mode Could have been a delay there. Drill mode for us, like casting for games, would be absolutely phenomenal, especially with Seek and Destroy and things like that. To be able to get an aerial overview and see where people are at a given point would be absolutely phenomenal for us to be able to do our thing. Something that we wished for Firewall, but unfortunately Spectator is not an option. To be able to be in-game, amazing.
Similar to what you have, because I believe you have that in Rocket League, don't you? The option to do that.
Yeah, so spectating in Rocket League is actually amazingly, like, even it's switching to players that are going towards the ball. Like, the AI predicts who's actually going to touch the ball next, or who has the better, whoever's closer. So spectating for Rocket League is phenomenal.
But we touched on that Titch of having that feature in there for you. That was an epic move. Grenade into the building, out the window. Just that was really good to watch. But yeah, we touched on that because the feature exists in the game already. Having that drone mode. When we go in, it would never be an option in the public side of it. But when they go down the route of having the custom matches, they are open to having that feature because it already exists. It's no extra work for them because it's there.
Yeah, it's literally just turn it on, right? I just want to Chainsaw Chuck, thank you so much for the follow 4 minutes ago. You are following. As for subscribing, if you are new to Twitch, yes, Twitch is subscriptions do cost money, but allows you access to all our emotes and stuff like that. But yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I have to take care of something real quick.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I just want to sorry, I did a stealth coffee, which I'm back now.
Just a question: did you put milk in it?
Of course I did. Stealth coffee. Yeah.
Choco.
Just want to address a few questions that we've had. So there's a mention of the character models. Would they be improved? Now, nothing is off limits for improving, I think, at this point. Even after release, the team have said that it's a continuation for them. They'll keep adding to it, they'll keep updating things. So yeah, possibly. We've also had Pegasus asking about the team modes. So the 5v5, if you haven't got 10 players, which is probably unlikely, but if you haven't got the full 10, your bots would fill the gap. A new player would come in when they connect. If they drop out, bots fill the place, and it just goes on and on and on like that. Cyber again asking, sorry, I must have answered the previous one correctly, if there'll be anything to buy within the PlayStation Store. Again,
not
they talked about loadouts and stuff, but not at launch. But there is talk of skins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Last man standing
just touching back on the contractor side, Benny. The team have got, for the future, some different contractors. Now, whether they will come into play or not, I don't know, because it is a case of every single contractor that they've got, they would need to rework the animation, so absolutely everything would need to be changed. It'd be new animations for every gun, every jumping animation. There is a lot of work involved in just changing those, but they have got the contractors because they obviously the easy part to obtain, but actually implementing them into the game isn't a 2-second fix. They could probably build a map quicker than they can do the animations for the contractors.
How are the servers? How's the game hosted? Servers.
There's a few questions about that. So, not sure on the specifics of it because there is security things around the exact way things are hosted. But if someone drops out, a bot will fill the place, and then when someone wants to join the game, they'll take the place of the bot, and that just continues. The game doesn't drop. It just continues on, and then the round ends. 30 seconds, new round. It just carries on like that.
I think Choco they are a peer-to-server method, but they are not a dedicated server. Alvo haven't paid however many thousands to have a server in every country around the world. They're a peer-to-server, but they're not dedicated. But I don't know the exact words. I can just say they are not. I think Choco is the best person to ask because he does know it, because he that's what he does for a living.
It's so funny being in the beta channel with him, and all of a sudden he's like, "Bye testing, blah 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 blah." I'm like, and then it's just like drop the gif of like Jim Carrey just like I'm like fucking Choco in the network just. They are not dependent on one. I think that's what everyone's after. They are not dependent on one person. If a host quits,
it doesn't matter. There is no host.
Got a question about the arms of the characters. That is something that Steve does want in the game, but it's something that isn't on the list at the very top to do it right now. There's other things they want to get in there, but it's something that Steve does want. He's said that quite a few times. So possibly. Again,
possibly down the line, but
it's a continuously developing thing.
Timber, thank you for
I'd notice. You don't notice.
No, not as much as I expected. Definitely not. But I've played games with arms and games without, and I'm only bothered when I'm watching it back. When you're
in game, I don't, honestly, for the first, because when I got for the beta, I literally clicked play. So I was running around with the AK with iron sights, just going, and I remember somebody asked, like, in general chat, somebody was asking, like, is there arms? And I was like, I don't even know.
Just look at this view. Look at this view, Twitch. The scale of this map is phenomenal.
Are we still shotguns or real?
Right.
Let's open it up. This map's too. There's too much distance on this for shotguns.
Timber, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Karen. And Timber again gifting a sub to Chainsaw Chuck. So Chainsaw, you now have access to our emotes. You are a supporter now of Amateur Hour Commentary. You can use those anywhere over Twitch. Thank you very much, Timber, for that. Appreciate it so much.
So as you can hear Steve talking there in game, I did mention this at the start that the desert night version of the map, it is one that's still waiting on an update. There's a few collider issues, so you'll notice like invisible walls every now and again.
Yeah.
But it's 6 weeks out of date. The version of this that we tested, Rennie hasn't tested yet, but the version of this we've tested on Oculus, it is really good, really polished, and it works really well. But just so you've got the view of it, you may see a couple of things in this game, because it is a beta test at the end of the day. That is the whole point of it. I'm really appreciative of the team to stream a beta test. There aren't many people that will happily stream a beta test on the quality that they've got.
Yeah, and you know what? It was so cool. He's like, you know what? I want to get like 10 streamers, get it in, and we're all gonna stream everybody at the same time. Because a lot of us have been like, man, it would be awesome to be able to stream this, and that's like, I'd be streaming it every day.
But
I dropped it.
Can't believe,
no offense.
Any footage you get could be completely edited. You don't know. This is live.
Yeah.
This is Alvo, and it is epic when you play it.
No offense, but I would literally pull my team out of your league just to play Alvo and stream it. Like, no offense, man. Like, I love your league. Don't get me wrong. But
that partner statement has just gone out the window.
If I had the chance to stream this and play it, be like, my game time was at 9, I'd be like, forget Firewall, forget Pro League, playing this until Pro League gets this on.
I've always been a big supporter of, there's a room in the world for more than one game, more than one genre. Like, I bought an external hard drive for the PlayStation just because I download every game I've got, and I'll leave something for a year, come back and play it again. But playing this, I think everyone was kind of in the same boat where it was just pure fun, like just all out fun, and it'd been a while since I'd had that. That was good. How could we help to get it on Sony's radar? I have no idea.
Honestly, Cyber, we haven't got a clue, but we sent an email out today with a link for Sony, so if they are watching the stream, hope you're watching it. Please get this game released.
What's happened here? I heard a noise and Titch looked very concerned.
I dropped my ring. Sorry, give me a second, I'll be back.
The last time he did this, he knocked his Coke all over his desk.
Nice. Let's hope it doesn't go bad.
So, Titch, sorry, I've just filled your stream chat up.
Oh, Sean, you can probably answer this one. The languages, the audio, subtitles. So there's been a bit of translation work going on. You can probably elaborate on that a bit more.
Where are we working on? So, Spanish, German, French, Portuguese, and we've still got to go through yet and try and find somebody to do the Asian side of us, because Steve is wanting to do the Asian side. But they're what we're working on at the minute. We've got S. Bendy, he's helping us. Who else we had? We've had Hibu's been helping us with the French side of it. We've got so many people helping us on the game that they're a little bit limited at the minute of what they're doing because there's only so much like the menu items they're doing, but the guys make a change to the UI, everything's got to change, you know, the way that the writing's done. So it is coming, they are working on it, we're pushing it through. This VR, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for jumping in. And Chris, thank you very much. Where were you when we needed your help in the general chat earlier?
Shots fired.
Just put it out there.
Just throwing it out there, but you weren't around when we needed you. The map looks great, but the sky is breathtaking. Yeah, and I know they don't like the way that the light. They wanted to do some lighting adjustments.
And that's gone. Honestly, you know, that's really good. I could load a build up and show you it now, and it's gone.
I love that, dude. That I don't know why they were. I said to Steve the other day, I was like,
it's just
I love
a little bit too bright.
A little too bright. Yeah. Maybe tone it down a bit, but having that in there, oh my god, that looks so good.
It looks good, but it's not right.
Yeah.
Couple of questions, SoFlo, chucking in questions in the Twitch chat. Yeah, so 5v5 PvP. This one is a free for all, so it is literally just everybody against everyone, 10 players. And it is as mental as that sounds.
Hey, Fabus, how you doing, buddy?
This is both Oculus and so all of Oculus, I believe, Oculus Rift. Will have the Quest. Do you need the link for the Quest, or is it?
Yeah, you do need the link for the Quest.
Okay, so it's going to be off. Okay. And then PlayStation VR.
Now, the interesting bit for a lot of people, it is crossplay ready. I could turn on the PC now, and I could jump in game with these guys. That does already exist. So as soon as we're ready to launch, it is either a case of, do we want to enable crossplay right now, or do we want to wait? They are at that point. It's all developed. It's all into the game. So yeah, it's brilliant. But what they're playing on now is PSVR, guys. You know, This is PSVR, all of it. But the game will be released on both, with PSVR coming first.
Asking, can you drop weapons? You can't. People have been asking if we could pick up weapons of dead enemies. So that's something that is being discussed. But at the moment, no. You have your weapon, and that's it for now.
Yeah.
Is the sound gone, or has that just gone quiet?
No, it's not quiet.
Okay.
The hit markers. Now we have a big thing on this. When I was streaming the other day, Steve asked me to turn the hit markers on. I said, "What do you want bloody hit markers on for?" You know, but look, you can see it really does give it away there. As soon as you get it, when you get a headshot, they turn red. We're looking at going through.
I didn't like the sound of the hit markers. Like I thought I'm going to turn them straight off, but I actually left them on.
Yeah.
I've left both hit markers and sounds on.
I think it's one of them things where when you're in the game, it sometimes comes across differently to how it does on a video.
So
they are asking about crossplay. They are wanting to do crossplay.
Yeah, the crossplay will. That's what I was saying. VR. So, it's in the game. It's built. The mechanic is there. I don't know whether they will have that initially straight from the when it comes out on PC, but it is just a case of turning it on or off. I imagine it's going to be there from day one. I don't see any reason why it won't be.
Yeah, SoFlo asks different weapons. So currently there are 7. Is that right?
Do you have that? Do you have that
9?
list, Sean?
9.
We've got the
Sorry,
image, haven't we?
there's apparently
We've got
9 weapons. Oh yeah, from Choco with the names. Or
yeah, Sean, have you got that list of where we've got the pictures with the names and stuff?
Yeah.
But yeah, ranging from because you're including the pistols. That's right. There's
a weapon.
Yes, they're a weapon. There's 7 primary. That's why I had the 7 in my head. Yeah, there's 7 primary and then 2 pistols. So I was right in a way.
While we're getting more information on that, someone's asked what the price is.
3,291.
Wow.
Sent directly to.
There's been talk of price. Price has been discussed, but at the minute, I don't think any figures are to be chucked out yet because it's still in discussion.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm saying I don't want crossplay.
Why not?
I think, yeah, you know, I think if it's going to be there, Slayer, there'll be the option of on or off. Because people do have that. You know, we've noticed that. We've certainly learnt that with Call of Duty. There are plenty of players that don't want it. At the end of the day, it's an option. It's a button. It's a toggle switch. It makes no difference. It can be there. It can be on, or it can be turned off. That's not an issue. So price-wise, if people are asking about price, let's just do something random. Chuck in the chat what you'd pay for Alvo. Let's get something random there. Let's see what you've got. I don't care whether English, American dollars. Just chuck it in. Put the currency after it. Let's have a look.
Cyber not wanting costly either. Yeah.
Oh, Cyber, you'll beat everyone. I've seen you play.
Yeah, there's a bayonet option, so you can either have laser or you can have a knife attached to your weapon. So you can just give somebody the good old stab try.
Touch Discord.
The pro animator, again, another question about release date. It's just really difficult to answer, to be honest. It's very close now because we're in the beta stage, so it's a lot closer than it has been previously. But I think we'll still be just guessing. It's going to come out when it's ready as well. It's key.
You can't rush it, but you know it's really frustrating. We're waiting on this patch, get this first patch out. We were waiting for the EU side of it to do the patch to the NA, but we've gone the EU's taken that long to get us the codes that let's just chuck the patch onto the NA side and get that running on the latest version. So that's where we're going at the moment. And then when the EU comes out, we'll just have to patch that as well. Very frustrating.
Titch, Jesse's just appeared in the chat. If you feel obliged, do your thing.
God damn it, Jesse. Sorry, I'm kind of working on something in the background here.
You still got it in. You still got it in.
Yeah.
Will it be a day night on every map? If not, why?
The second thing we do,
I think they want to do that, but obviously it's like a whole new map without actually getting a full new map. So
Town is the only one that doesn't have a night at the moment. Of the ones that they've got. Now I can't even say the name of it, but the one we've got in development at the minute that just has the one, but it is that good at doing both at the same time. You know, the lighting effects from part to part are so good that you don't need two versions of it. But yeah, I can't tell you what it is to even give it away, give it a glimpse. At some point we'll do a live stream on that, I'm sure. Come on, great.
I've not seen the leaderboard. Was that Steve at the top there? I think I might have saw Steve at the top.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, he got him. Got him on the way down.
I just did it because it was clickbait. And stream. Oh god. That's so funny. I'm not above a little bit of clickbait, just a touch.
You know, I'm enjoying doing this stream, but I can't wait for it to be over because I want a jumping game. I'm sure Ben is the same, but yeah, it's just.
I don't know if there might be another lobby going on the go.
Get in Discord. Come on, it's the only time Steve's gonna be top of that. He's gonna take a picture. He's gonna come back in the stream afterwards, and that is gonna be a picture.
We're gonna see that.
That's gonna be in Discord. The rest of the stats mean nothing.
Chainsaw Chuck asking, does health restore over time? Yes, it does. Yeah, your health regenerates. There is a perk as well, like a kill streak, isn't it? That the health regeneration. That is another option.
Get to the Chopper. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying it, because Chopper is one of our beta testers. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Oh, we'll go back to
Monastery.
We say
R like we own it.
Oh, carnage.
Yeah, it's one of our beta testers, guys.
Not any health pickups, Chuck, at the moment.
It's not very tactical, just the mosh pit running around like lunatics. Yeah, that stuns us up. Just for anyone there, that character that they've got in the middle of this map, that has gone. So that is just one of the ragdoll animations. But, you know, as we said, this is just the beta version, so that has gone. But look at that. It's a great way, because people expect it to be there at the minute. But it's like when you compare to doing Gauntlet. You know, first time we played Gauntlet, you do that, you end up shooting mannequins.
Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Come around the corner and be like, "Bat!" Oh, damn it.
So it does work well for that, but it has gone in the future builds.
Sorry, just taking a look at what I've missed. Nothing of importance because it's just Jesse. Okay, carrying on. So, there is... Now we can kind of go through here. So I've got a couple of images here of what the guns are currently available. So starting off, pistols. So these are the two pistols that are available, currently named Falcon and Comet, although these names are not set in stone, to my understanding. These are just options that have been given. So that's...
Yeah, so that's easy to change, isn't it?
Yeah, so those are going to be your two kind of, your secondary pistols that are available. Moving on to rifles. The AK, M16, M18, P90, and help me out here.
An 45.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise known as Annihilator, Viper, Proto, Hornet, Hurricane. So that's...
I'm just trying to find something for you to check out, but I'm pretty sure I got rid of it. I was going to have a look on there, but yeah, going through just reminding people the game is DualShock move controllers and aim controllers. You can use any of them. Works really well.
So
two more questions. That's just skip past. Cyber asking, do you need to find ammo? No, but they're looking at different options for the search and destroy, with it being a bit more tactical.
You don't stay alive long enough, Cyber.
On this, you definitely don't. Yeah. The manual
ammo
reloading
is never an issue.
There was discussion on the Discord as well today about the manual reloading.
Ammo maybe could be an option that we should probably talk about as far as like TDM or the Seek and Destroy. Yeah. So last two more weapons to go over real quick here. We are going to have the shotgun, which is the Saber, which is what I believe they're using right now currently, as well as the Choco. For those that know why it's called the Choco, they know. But that's a sniper rifle.
Yeah, so the manual reload, just talked about that. There is talk of that. As you can probably see from this mode, you just simply couldn't manual reload and play this mode at all. But they are open to it. It's something they're looking at and seeing if it's something that could be feasible, maybe when there's like a hardcore mode or something like that. It is an option, and yes, you can use handguns while using the moves.
But you can't. What she's putting there can use too. So you can't dual wield at the moment.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I missed
that. But that has been a hot topic, and they are looking at it because generally with moves you're a little bit handicapped in comparison to the aim controller. So yeah, that is definitely something that's being looked at just to balance it out a little bit.
I think they would need to balance the pistols a little bit because man, dual pistols. Because we were running around with the pistols, and man, you can really tap people with it, like unbelievable. There's that little path underneath. I don't know if that's the first time we saw it or not.
So many ideas coming through.
Still trying to find some
so far, everything is button-based. Nothing is actually physical. And they did that for level playing field reasons. So one of the things for the reload, for example, button reload versus manual reload. If you look at it in a game, in a league sense fashion, if one can do it and the other one can't, then it's not really equal.
It is something that's nice to do, but yeah, it's difficult to make that even in all fairness.
Yeah.
I mean, the only games I've played where you do it manual reload style, I'm dropping magazines on the floor. I'm forgetting where the cock and handle is. It's just carnage. It's just chaos. But it's good fun.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's like I wouldn't.
Give me 1 minute, boys. I'm going to leave this in your capable hands.
Yeah.
You
get it again.
You getting what I'm sending you, Titch?
No, because I'm not looking.
Thank you.
Ooh.
At least you're honest.
Ooh.
I honestly wonder.
And
what is this?
Oh.
if there's like 1% of the people that want a physical disc,
two there,
I'll legit, manufacture them myself and send it to them, and then I ain't got to worry
so
about all the
one of those has been seen before. One hasn't.
I am burning the disc as we speak. The disc myself. I'm gonna send you.
Laser Dad, how you doing?
Ooh, hold on. Should probably.
Gotta do something about those dogs. That sound at the end of the match. It's on the list.
You know, we're on a little bit of a downswing here, so we'll just cut this whole thing in.
Sexy.
So I'll give you a second to talk about that while I get the other one in place.
Thank you. Look through there, so that is the Choco. So just looking at different colour skins, obviously people do like something a little bit bright. Different variations that we've got available of that coming through. But just to give you an idea, we are looking at different textures, making them look a bit funny, some that are a little bit more serious. You've got to try and get a camo that works for everybody. But everything is in development. People have seen that one. That picture has been openly put into the Discord. The next one that Titch is working on hasn't been in the Discord, to be fair.
That is done by you, correct?
Yeah. I'm the gun skin man at the moment, so if you have got any ideas that are easy for me to do, chuck them over. There are some that have taken a while. That one was a pretty quick wraparound. The hardest gun, actually, is the P90, which is the one that you've got next to Titch, because of how intricate it is. For example, I think the longest skin on the P90 took me an hour and a half just to do for one skin.
I don't remember. What was it called?
The P90, I don't know what we've renamed it to. Don't ask me that. Peer pressure.
I forgot, and then I saved it. Now I don't know where it is. I've got a lot of images.
Just re-download it.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
I'm gonna find it.
Let's see if our other guys.
Like literally, if you just.
The Hornet. P90's the Hornet.
I'm here.
That's not what he calls it, though. Hold on. Oh boy.
Do you know anything about
Do it. Flag. Okay. There it is.
Finally reached the end of Cyber's questions.
I think he's just saying it's exciting.
So, this particular gun that's going to come up on the stream, this was a really hard one for me to do. I feel free to chuck it across. The intricacy, I absolutely loved it. The 3D model side, it spins all the way around the gun. It was a hard one to do, but I've never done this sort of thing before. I'm learning as I go. It's great that the team are helping me do that. This particular one doesn't quite do it justice because actually in the game we put a metallic finish to it, so it is quite shiny. And it looks better than I could have imagined.
I don't know why if you're going to do this, what you should have done, since you are a Blender guru, which, by the way, if anybody's on the AC stream, you may have noticed, if you were in the part of the intro, that there is a very different image that was shown originally versus what the studio set that we're currently in. That's because in usual AHC fashion, I make something and then basically get told, delete it. And this time Sean made the set, so I actually deleted my set, and now we're actually in Sean's absolutely amazing in Blender. But yeah, the delete it and start it again holds true, and yeah. So yeah, you should have got a 360. You could have just done a quick 360 video of it.
I could have done. Yeah, you're right. I could have done. I've got the models.
Even I know how to do that in Blender, and I know you could have done it probably faster. Okay.
Who we got at the top now?
It's
I'm not saying Baby Yoda, I don't think. Is it?
19 to 13, I think it was.
Yes.
We're still going. We're still going. Keeping our stream. We're going through to the end.
Yeah, but I do need another one of these,
Any
so
of our testers watching,
give me a solid minute here.
We got 2 spots open.
The problem is, Dave.
Shall I jump in?
Yeah.
No, well, these are the people I think trying to jump in, so we'll keep on this.
We're waiting for some testers.
It'd be interesting to see who jumps in now.
If anyone's a tester, you want to jump in with them, they've got 2 slots available.
you know, bring over.
Are they definitely done? Are they?
Yeah. Steve just said.
And use their existing peripherals, which means the aim gun's going to work. Thank goodness, because they're going to keep developing for it. And you know, man, there needs to be an aim 2.0. It's the best thing in VR.
Listen to what Steve's saying.
Well, they're mailing out adapters. That's not a developer. That's not a sign that Sony's giving up, you know.
Yeah.
But I think Sony's biggest problem has been communication.
For sure. I think Sony's doing just fine. The only problem that Sony's having is...
So they're obviously discussing the VR adapter side. Yeah, for me, it is one of those hard things. The PS5 will sell a lot more consoles than what people have VR. It is a complete waste of money for a company to send out an adapter with every single console. There's just no financial sense in that. So to make it that you'll get a free one, but you have to contact them, makes complete sense for me.
It's strange. Their communications on it, it has been a bit odd.
Oh yeah.
Because there was that tweet came out today about Blood and Truth getting an update.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the future of it is.
What does that mean? Like, does it mean they can?
I know they probably be looking into say anything about a future one in case the sales of the current one slow down.
So
Yeah,
just
sure.
a quick Google. As of August 2020, there have been 113 million PS4 units sold. And then if we go PSVR units, let's see what it tells you on that side. PlayStation VR PS worldwide, 5 million units.
Yo, what's up?
You know, that's a big 130 million to 5 million is one hell of a jump, and I can understand why they would not want to waste 100 million VR adapters.
Well, it is and it isn't, but I think ultimately...
What are we talking about?
Because if Sony had come out a year ago and said, or not a year ago, sorry, when they announced the PS5 officially and said, look, it's backwards compatible on the PS4 side with
Oh, rip.
There's Wolf at the top again.
36 kills, 11 deaths.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Ryan Paul
He's a
cashing up
beast.
with 23. Is it going to get is the game going to be 120 hertz on PS5? I have no idea.
No, we were just talking about that. So, Blood and Truth.
Oh
Their
yeah.
studio put out a tweet today, which is kind of it goes against everything that we've been told so far. So, I don't think there's any solid information on that. To be fair.
Yeah, because they said there was like supposed to be sort of emulating or something like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's effectively meant to be a PS4 Pro, but with a PS5 shell. That's how it would run.
Yeah.
The same way you would have like a Mega Drive emulator on a PC or something like that. So they said there was going to be no benefit whatsoever. But then, Blood and Truth. What was it? Sony London Studios, I think it's called.
Yeah.
They put out a tweet today saying that they were doing a patch for it, and you get improved visuals, you get 90 FPS, 90 frames per second, improved resolution. But I don't understand it. I don't know enough about it, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, no, not a clue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just
maybe
catching up on the chat. Most
Yeah,
of it.
it's kind of hard to say. It's speculation for if it's possible. I mean,
that they were going to have another PSVR headset, but it'd be a couple of years. If they just came out and said all that, they wouldn't have let people come to their own conclusions.
Yeah, so there's conversations going on now there. You can hear little bits.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know, it's like
01, we are hoping, ever hoping. It's taken so long just to get the beta codes for Europe. We're coming up to, must be coming up to 2 weeks now for having the NA ones.
yeah.
I can actually check that.
My problem was though is that
Find out how long we've had that for. Let me just bring that up.
transparent. A lot of people did buy because Sony wasn't speaking.
Why do I have so many Discord channels?
I feel the same way.
I mean, it's too soon.
Don't feel bad.
I know what you're saying. I mean, hopefully they can.
Would like to say thank you for everyone that sent me Discord friend requests. Over, thank you. I've accepted everyone apart from Titches.
I don't think I sent one, to be honest with you.
You have.
Have I?
We are friends, my friend.
Are we?
Yeah. Yeah, back from our Rocket League times, pal.
Yeah, that's what it.
You know, that time when you realised how bad it was.
Sony's like, you know, they're a game publisher, right?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I got Venny. I see Venny.
Let's be honest.
Oh, there you are. You're appearing offline. That's why. Okay.
Ah, is that what he's hiding? He's hiding.
I'm hiding.
All right. Fair enough.
Lurking in the shadows.
Thousands of dollars on the yearly.
What's that? So, Patrick saying, he said the guy who asked if it's going to be 120 hertz on PS5. I just wanted to know because I have my PSVR here and it can actually do 120 hertz. Yeah, I think games are meant. Don't they reproject? They use reprojection to go up to 120 hertz. Is that right? Or am I making that up?
Over my head now.
I think they use reprojection.
Chainsaw Truck. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you very much for stopping. If you have left, did we touch base on the dual wielding? I think we touched base on. I don't remember if we did during that message. I might have missed that. But there is talks of dual wielding for Move Shock, or for the Move controllers, but nothing yet fully confirmed. If I'm right there. Maybe one of the two people that are more in the know-how would chip in on that.
I mean, sorry,
I missed that.
I was replying to a message because there's pings going on all over the place here as well.
That's fine.
So,
yeah, so the talk of the dual wielding, I know that is a talk for the moves being dual wielding for pistols. Is that do we know if that's gonna go in, or that's something that we've got to test still?
It's something we've got to test, something we've got to work on. Obviously the mechanics are there, but it does require rebinding the buttons. On that, let me just ping across Titch, and you can check that in. The current layout for the moves.
That was not right.
At least then you can see the logistics of trying to. There's so many extra things in there.
Yeah.
Now this is Rockball 1 button layout because it's not the most recent picture, but there's one button that's reassigned differently, but pretty much
we have the jump now, right? So I mean that's taking up a button that wasn't in, like, if you think about any of the other shooter games that are out there, this is a button that, well, it's new.
On both controllers at the minute, you go through, you've got the primary controller has got reload, turning, left, right, crouching, firing. The middle button is a sensor in the center of it that's used. You've got everything. Everything's used from the move. So if we did do it, I don't know how, because it would mean a complete redesign. Or whether just naturally firing the trigger on one would do too. So that's possible. So it's not a case of being able to use both the triggers to fire. It might just be a case of one trigger fires both.
Flash grenades are OP. They last too long. We gotta do something.
I think it's quite complex to do the dual wield. Yeah, to be fair.
It's not the ideal way of doing it because you would want to be able to reload both individually.
Yeah. So there's the.
Thank you.
The current controls for the move.
So it doesn't work overly well chucking those throughout.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of moves for a shooter anyway. Like I think it's nice to have them there, but I think it's going to be difficult to end up being competitive.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't tried them, and I probably should. I think we should try that later on, Vinny, actually. Alvo Army, how are we doing?
Alvo Army. Alright, so it sounded like somebody else was jumping out there. I don't know. I think Wolf might have even said he was stepping out. Actually, you know what I can do? Just change this.
Not too sure on that last one, guys. Between the hit markers between players, I thought there was. In all honesty, I've not tried it, but it's a valid point. So we'll certainly look into that and see. But yeah, it doesn't take long to do. It's only a beta build. But Venny, if you're in charge of the feedback side, so if you could just get that added in, we'll put the question to the devs later on. Find out on that.
Yeah, I could update that now.
So you got the move style there. That's what they're using at the moment in game. Pretty much exactly the same. You know, if you play Firewall, you're used to L1, L2 being tactical and
they're backwards.
lethal. Yeah, tactical and lethal. So it's a little bit different. Your L1 at the minute is jump, and then your L2 is grenade. Now that doesn't matter whether that's lethal grenade or anything. You then use a D-pad button to change between lethal and tactical.
Which is really funny because when I played a game after playing this for not even all that long, I go to Firewall and I'm like trying to throw grenades and it's like motion sensor, motion sensor, motion sensor. It was so funny. I didn't think it would mess me up so bad, but it did.
But it probably takes a minute. You know, it doesn't take just kill myself with a grenade. Doesn't take long to get into the routine of knowing where the jump button is. It does become quite natural. I was worried that it wasn't going to be a natural feeling where it was.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's no different. We spent 2 years playing a game that has a certain way out of the buttons, certain layout of them, and we've just changed it like that, and it worked perfectly.
I think the option for dual wielding, now that we're talking about that and like the issues potentially around it, a way around it could be each trigger fires one and then the opposite. I don't know how, I don't know how you'd make that work, but
where do you do the jump?
So you leave the jump the same, but the one trigger causes.
God cannons out.
Yeah, and then you've got the reloading. Do you reload both?
Yeah, it would be like a double. I would imagine. I mean, they could figure that out, but I think that would be the way to do it, where it would be one trigger that would control both.
So alternate. So you rapid fire and it alternates the gun.
Yeah, and then or even one trigger would be like a double pop, like.
We got 2 more spots, testers.
Yeah.
2 more spots.
Would be something. We'll toss that in the feedback.
Yep.
Good discussion, Chance. I appreciate that. With the aiming options to swap stick and buttons, I'm left-handed. I myself am left-handed, and there is a left-handed option right in there. As soon as you go into the controls section, there is a left-handed. I believe it's the second one down, if I recall.
I'm gonna have to come back.
Yeah.
Well, they're being replaced.
Jump could be where you just push forward to object. But then you're relying on colliders and stuff. Oh, Uptown, what's going on, man? What are we watching? We are watching Alvo.
We are watching Alvo live stream.
The one and only game that everybody has been absolutely waiting for. We have been lucky enough to get one of the first streams. So huge shout out to Steve for allowing us to be able to do this. So.
I planned on playing for at least 2 hours, so I'm gonna play like 25 minutes more. Probably.
Yeah, I think an 8 o'clock stop time for our stream.
Thoughts? Good. Honestly, so I've been beta testing it, so I will say my thoughts on the game. Currently, right now, all we can play as testers is free for all, so 10 people running around the map. The maps look great. So this map particularly, down this. Actually, where Steve's going? Okay, he turned around. But there is the Wolf Craze has a wolf den there. On the other side of the building here, there's a sign off to the left there. I believe it's Demo Gun Club. Sean, maybe you can.
Yeah, my house. Casa de Demo.
What's going on there?
Casa de Demo? Is that what it says? I thought it was like Demo Club or something like that.
No. We got Herb's Coffee House, the Wolf Den, and Casa de Demo.
And then for some reason, this guy here gets an entire statue and a plaque.
Well, no, we had the statue and then felt sorry for him, so give him the plaque.
Oh,
incorrect. Well, the statue was there, but that's not how things went down. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was updating the feedback sheet, so that's sorted.
No, thank you.
So yeah, maybe you want to chat about your guys' little things.
Well, it was just it started with a conversation about different assets for the map and different layouts and things, and then it just went a bit wild from there, didn't it?
Just went a bit wild.
Just went a bit wild, yeah. and which is great. It's just it's nice that Steve was willing to do that, and the devs are willing to put it in. It's just adds a personal touch.
Yeah, it does. You know, we're obviously happy to help. It's absolutely great being part of the community, and seeing the game grow. You know, having ideas, chucking feedback in. I think more obviously you've seen the game grow in Venny, but you've not played in the maps because you've only just got your Oculus.
Yes.
But you've seen the footage change. You've seen the gameplay change. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's a really nice experience to be in part of. And the future and the possibilities of this game are endless.
Yeah. As far as servers go, servers are they're really good. There's Vinny's statue right there.
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
Look at that, nice.
Vinny VDV.
Whoa! What's going on?
Let's do house next, guys.
Oh, it's vandalism. That's what's going on.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's crossplay. Yes.
Just have a look at chat if you can.
Our chat? Oh. Yeah, for sure.
I think we're okay. I think we're okay at the moment.
Yeah,
so let's just...
Alright, you're good.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
You're gone.
I think they want to keep this going for another 20 minutes. That's Baby Yoda at the top again. Wolf storming it.
Yeah, Wolf just rolling it. Yeah, the servers are really good. Crossplay is a thing, so it's going to be Oculus. If you have the Quest, you are going to my understanding, at least for what these guys have confirmed, or I should say, this guy that was over here has confirmed, Oculus with the Quest if you have the link. So that's
it's running through the PC.
Yeah, it's got to be running through the PC. You can't do it as a standalone off the Wi-Fi or whatever from your phone. But yeah, it is. Now there's talks of crossplay being enabled or disabled potentially. I can't say too much to that, as that's behind the scenes on somebody else's job to figure out. Until we get full confirmation of whether or not we can turn that off or whatnot, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, amazing things that are coming down the line with this, and I've been playing it, Vinny's been playing it, Sean's been playing it. So interesting. Here's an interesting fact: Vinny and I have played this more together than we ever have in Firewall.
Yes. Yeah. Than any other game.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
With the amount of time that we've known each other, this is...
Yeah, man, I'm on
We've got a question from Patrick. Sorry, he's put this twice. So, in terms of developing the game, so they did it in Unity on PC, and they do have the PlayStation dev kit. So they've been using both, but it is developed using Unity, which is on the PC.
I played with Leaf, and he said the same thing. Like,
And Wolf Chris says Baby Yoda needs to be nerfed.
Yeah, for sure. Wolf is. Have you brought in several players to try yet? Yeah. So I'm currently. How many? Do we know? We can't. Actually, we can't say. There's.
How many people's in it?
Yeah. Currently, right now, there are 10 people playing. We can't say as to how many people overall are playing the game, but there is.
I can, but I'm not going to.
I'm not allowed because I am contractually under the NDA, so I'm only allowed to speak as to what's been publicly announced. So yeah.
There's been a few figures chucked around, but it's small scale at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
It
is
very small. Happened yet.
Yeah, I've played it. Wolf's playing right now. And there's obviously a bunch of other people playing. It's a ton of fun. I can't wait for the next patch to come in for the S&D and the TDM. That is going to be phenomenal.
Touch, ignore my last message.
I killed him on the bush, though. I killed him on the bush. I don't care.
Oh,
It was worth it, bro. It was fucking worth
I forgot you were even gone. My bad.
Wait, he's gone again. He's back. He's back again. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I forgot I even turned you off.
All mixing up. No bother, Patrick. Sorry we missed the first question, mate, but we got there in the end.
Real players. Shots fired. Yeah, soon to be millions, as Tara said. Yeah, somebody needs to come in and take Wolf down, Peg, because he is off the scales with this game. I don't understand how he's so good at it.
We gotta work on our
Considering he's so bad at Firewall, he's so good at this game. Like, it's incredible.
I know.
It's all just quick reaction, isn't it? You just don't get a chance. I know when I play, I've only played probably 1 hour with him at most, and yeah, I just didn't stay alive very long. I had to go behind a rock on the desert map and snipe.
Yeah, you just cry and just wait for him to just come and mutilate your body. That's pretty much what happens.
Sean, I appreciate you staying up late over in the UK putting on the stream. I'm excited to see what it looks like, dude.
Oh, I got rolled on right there. Let's go.
Spoiler alert, we kind of ruined your YouTube. Sorry, Steve. But,
what's Sean doing here? Sean jumping in?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe.
I got a truck kill, though. I got a truck kill.
Oh, we're not allowed to say.
Man, we're not spawning
I've traded you in for a better headset. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Sean's actually really good. He knows the shutdown, right? I do know. I do know it is a shutdown.
Let's see. Got loads of in-house night. I'm laughing.
It really came. It really, when you said Krem once in, that's when it really clued into me, and I remembered. But yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun, man.
Hey, Terrace, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, the ability to jump and everything like that. What were we talking about before this? Oh yeah, we ruined.
It changes it up completely. Yeah, it changes it up using the jump. Are you not going in, Sean? I thought you were going in there.
No, we're full. We're good.
Ah, okay.
So just keep.
Yeah,
going.
They were talking about going till
yeah, we're going for about another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. I'm going on after.
Yeah. But uptime dropping 400 bits, dude. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, one of the question here is about changing the button mapping. That is going to be an option as well.
Yeah, we discussed that.
Because at the minute the jump button is not where I would personally want to put it. So that's going to be an option to move that.
Where would you put it? Just out of interest.
I think I put it on X. I think I put it on X. But then, I don't know if my muscle memory is going to change to leave it. Cause is it L1 or R1 at the minute? What would that be classed as? That's L1, isn't it?
L1 is what it's on now. I would say L2?
I don't know. But there's going to be the option to mix it up and see what feels
Yeah,
best.
I guess. I mean, if we have the option to customize and be able to make it whatever we want, that would be... Yeah, we're talking hypothetically.
I want to backtrack a little bit because we talked about you were talking about the offset earlier.
Yep.
Now, one thing we mentioned to the devs, and they really like the idea of it. I dread to say it was a Choco-inspired idea, but it was actually about having a custom offset that you could assign to a loadout. Because obviously you could have in between games, you could go from having the Choco to the AK, both have a different feel. So that is something they're looking at putting into the game. Just to pin those to a specific
that's
loadout.
a really good idea, because I think when I was using the AK and then I switched to the M18, I had to go in, I had to raise it up just a touch to kind of get it back to the same feel. So it would be cool to have that, because in different sites, maybe it's because I changed the site on it, could have been part of the reason. But yeah, the ability to be able to adjust the gun position on the screen to where it needs to be is absolutely phenomenal. That was the best thing they ever did, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's constantly being looked at for that side. You know, the dev list is endless. I don't know how any managed to keep track of it. To be fair, it's not bugs, it's suggestions. You know, the dev list is suggestions.
Yeah.
Because most of the bugs are.
And yeah, I will say as a tester, like it's mainly just suggestions at this point.
Yeah, the thing is, the bugs that are there, a lot of things have been fixed already. But this is the build that's a little bit behind. But yeah, there's a lot of suggestions to go through. But that's fine. They want suggestions. They want to get as much as they can.
There's only.
Can you go prone?
No,
prone.
just crouching. But you do get pretty low on that side.
As we have Steve now pulling a Choco by hiding in a bush.
It's not the technical term.
Didn't do him too good.
You know where Steve stood now. There's a car in the game. You know that point on that corner. There's a car there now. The contrast of the maps just doesn't even compute there. They've changed so much over time. but they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant playing them.
No, there's a drone.
Yeah, you got terrorist. You're watching. Obviously, you're on Twitch, so the people on YouTube side on the Alvo YouTube won't see it. But
the desert map after this, guys.
we brought up earlier that you've got the most amount of kills. I think it was somewhere in the region of 8,500 kills on the game. Let me just double check that stat. So 8,287 kills. You're obviously finding that okay. It is all I can go from that. Choco has now been knocked down to 8th, by the way. He has been overtaken.
You know, he used to be number 1, and that was everybody's goal to take him out of that place. And I just want to thank the testing community for making sure that happened.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, Cyberchick. Pleasure, as always. No pleasure, thank you.
Cyberchick, have a good night. Thank you for stopping in.
Got Kilner joining us. You alright, Kilner? Nice to see you.
What map are they on, fellas?
They're on the house map at the minute. He's wanting to do desert next, though. So we'll get a bit of desert.
I'm in a game with somebody. Don't know who I'm with. Probably terrorist.
He's farming his bot kills. How long we got left of this one? Because they say they're going to go desert next. I don't think there's long left of this round. Any more questions? We've had quite a lot of questions. Any more? Anyone?
Yeah,
Got that I want to ask?
done pretty well at answering any questions that the community have had so far. Apologies that we've probably missed a couple because we are monitoring 2 chats at the same time.
That was a good fight, though.
Yeah, I want to thank Steve for letting me kind of take over his.
On the ladder, baby.
What was that, Steve's decision, or was that just you being lazy? Just curious.
What's that?
Me, the AHC stream on the Alvo YouTube.
It was outsourcing, it was contracting.
Yeah, I was just curious if it was just somebody being a little lazy, not naming names, that's in control of the YouTube. I don't know the guy's name.
I think it was that bloke that made your set for you in like half an hour.
Terrorist says, the more I play, the more I want to play. I don't know if that's possible. Surely you've been playing every second of every day with that amount of kills. That is insane.
You know, guys, all I can say is, just please keep telling people about Alvo. It isn't going to be long. The game is coming. We can't guarantee that there's beta codes for everybody because we have got like 6,000 people that have requested them. But we'll get them to as many people as we can. But keep spreading about it. Let's get a good player base on day one.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. Look, they've got 10 players here. It fills up with bots if someone goes, and we've seen that. There was 2 places. Bots came in. Players came in and replaced those. It was seamless. You haven't even noticed it happen, but it's happened.
Yeah.
And that is the beautiful thing. The guys are doing a fantastic thing with the networking.
Not only that, if you look back and you see the stream, like how much lobby time have you guys really seen? Like how much?
One long round, isn't it?
Like there's no downtime.
Continues.
Yeah, it's just nonstop. You get, and that's why I said like the biggest complaint is like my feet hurt at the end of the night because I've been standing for so long. A firewall, I sit down, I play for 3 minutes at best, and then I sit down and I'm waiting in lobby for like a minute, and then somebody leaves, and then you get that whole lobby thing going on. But yeah, it's like I sit down for like 10 seconds during map selection, and then I'm like, all right, let's go.
I don't think anyone at the start ever believed us that it is based on 90% in game, and it is. I reckon it's probably close to 95% in game.
I was gonna say I think it'd be more, 100%.
That's what the whole point of what they're after. The guys making this are gamers.
We're going to see it again now. So we're down to the last minute, so we're going to see literally from the end of the map to the beginning of the next one. We're going to see it again in a moment. It's just not much at all.
Yeah.
That's a cracking grenade. Absolutely brilliant grenade.
You died way before the 3-minute mark. Exactly. That's why I said 3 minutes at best.
Yeah, man, we're going to have
just going through simple things because you might have seen it in the game. It does have a 60-second AFK kick timer. So if anybody is trying to
which I did discover the other day.
You can't, you do get kicked out for an activity after 60 seconds. Bot comes in, another player in. Absolutely everything like that. We are thinking of it. It's going in from day one, just to make it a little bit better.
All right, so Baby Yoda winning that.
Killer's asking to watch and play. So this is Steve. Yeah. It's Steve's streamer watching. Have you got the playlist? Although it's changed a bit now.
It has changed a bit, so I haven't got the most up to date, unfortunately.
So you've got Wolf, Rangers,
Herbs in there. Silas, I think, is in there as well.
Yeah, so they're switching out. And again, so people have switched in and out, and we've not even noticed.
Yeah.
It's just happened while the game's been going on.
And that's the beauty of it. Obviously, it's a little bit different that we're looking at when it comes to search and destroy. That would be wait until the end of a round and then back in, rather than just jump straight back in process. The one thing for the free-for-all, because it is on the list now, we are putting in a timer for the match start. So once you load in, you wait, and it's like a 5-second countdown, then into the game, because at the minute it's as soon as you load in, you play. So we have noticed there's a slight delay between consoles.
I think that was like one of the first things I said. I was like, start timer. That's like right off the bat.
So that is priority one.
Yeah, and they agreed. They're like, 100%.
There's so many possibilities between like the seasons when you get.
When do you expect I'll be able to purchase this game? Currently, we can't say as to when it happens. Yeah, we can't really say.
Yeah, it's just gonna be speculation. It's fine. Killer's asking, can he join a friend's game? So yeah, at the moment, everyone just clicks join the match and you get chucked in. There will be the ability to join on friends and stuff, and the game continues. So a player leaves, a bot takes a place. Next player comes in, takes a bot's place, and it just goes on and on. But yeah, there will be team play.
Yeah, so there will be a party system. I've been told by the powers that be, there is a party system, just not currently for we're doing, but it will be there. As for joining mid game, that I haven't asked, but partying up and a friends system will be in place at some point.
Yeah, I don't know the option of that. Obviously, I presume that the party system does come with the joining in game free for all. Steve went down hard.
Depends as well how Sony treat the party system, because they've made a lot of changes with the PS5 coming. So that could impact things a little bit. We've got Matthew Rhodes asking how to get in on the beta. At the moment, it's just be a member of the Discord is where your best chance is going to be now, because that's where the remainder will be selected, other than the original sign-up list.
Now, if I was in charge of the YouTube, okay, and somebody had asked me that, and my answer was join the Discord, maybe I would have thrown a link in there. I don't know if you can do that, because there might be permissions against links, but
it's not something we can actually necessarily do, and that's part of the issue.
I tell you what, I don't want to send everybody AC, but I can drop a link into the Discord for the Discord at AHC. AH commentary over on Twitch, if you don't know.
I can put a link in our YouTube channel for the Discord, just in case there is anybody watching in our YouTube.
Yeah, can you do it in the info or whatever?
I've got it on my clipboard now.
Is on it. But yeah, the invites of getting people in for the beta test, we've got 1,000 codes that we can give away in total. There are 6,000 people that have joined up. Now people are going, well, I joined up on the mailing list. We have taken everything like that into consideration. The codes have been split between Discord, between the mailing list, between Facebook. We've taken a percentage of, obviously, the user base from each one. The codes are split between those. Now, for the beta test, yes, that has been... Actually, for the beta test, we've got 2 of them that are from Twitter. But the majority have been from Discord, that are active, that are constant, because the whole point of a beta test is to get feedback. We don't want to send an email out to somebody that's been 2 years ago that might not accept that code and actually help us progress the game. So yes, the initial part has been people that are very active with us to give feedback and help with the game, but when it comes to the rest of the codes, there is a good system in place for getting people in. It isn't just a case of I want you, I want you, I want you. It's just completely open system. Venny and I have spent the best part of 5 hours going through everyone, getting a list, making sure it's random, making sure it's fair. making sure it's not the people that have tried putting in 10 different applications to get a beta code. You know, so you don't get sent 10. And it is absolutely everything like that. We've spent hours just making sure the data is correct. And that's our job.
And the best part of it is Jesse doesn't have a chance in getting a beta code. The ability to not have to play with Jesse be trucking, phenomenal. Oh, the rest of the squad's going to be
well. It's worth mentioning there is limited keys. There's 1,000 keys altogether. Not everyone's going to get in.
Yeah,
we've always known that from the start. Everybody's been aware of that. But no one's discounted. So I think if anyone who doesn't get a key ultimately at the end, it's for no other reason other than you just randomly didn't get a key. There just wasn't enough to go around everybody. But it's going to try to be as inclusive as possible.
One thing that people don't take into account that I never realised really when I was thinking about it at the start, a closed beta and an open beta, they both cost. You know, it isn't free for a developer to do it. He's actually had to pay for every key for every person to get in the game, and I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. As you saw there, just going through, that we did say that Designite is an issue with the map. There's colliders there, etc. that need, like the wall collider extended there. They've all been fixed in the newest builds. So it isn't an initial issue that I'm concerned about, but I do want to highlight that it's there because we know about it.
Yeah, so
I do love a couple of Steve. It's Steve's game. He knows about that collider, yet still spent the best part of a full magazine attempting to shoot through it. Yeah.
A couple of quick things on.
But I don't know if that's a valid currency here.
A couple of quick cleanups on my stream over here. Quick shout out to the Chosen One for dropping the bits there. For some reason, my mini feed is not working, so I don't know. Without counting it, I don't know how many that is, but much appreciated, man. Thank you so much for the support. Much love, brother. Big shout out to Marvin Paul Game Studio for this beauty. Yes, absolutely, they've been done a fantastic job. Sounds like Jesse's gonna buy the game, so unfortunately we're gonna have to play with Jesse. But just remember, guys, there is a mute option in game, so you can specifically mute him, so that way you don't have to talk to him. And I would highly suggest doing that.
Akilna, I don't really think it's gonna work, but Akilna wants to sell his nan for a code.
I mean, Steve's very receptive.
Does
so
she?
Out there. We'll see.
Put the offer on the table. You know, he's not said no to anything.
How's her cooking?
We haven't mentioned this yet, but Chainsaw Chuck in the Twitch chat is talking about aim drift. There isn't much aim drift.
Okay.
I've not had any actually, but I think it's because you are moving around constantly.
Yeah. Okay, I have to say there is one instance where the gun was, like, my gun was off, but a reset.
You were facing backwards, weren't you?
I could have been. Like I said, when I play at the end of the 10 minutes, like, I'm facing the couch and, like, the thing's, like, over here. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm all turned out. I'm all turned around and stuff. But yeah, of all the times I've played, I've only ever had one time where the gun was actually offset, and I reset it, and it was fine.
Right, guys, I think we're reaching the end of the stream.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to take us back out.
Take us back
to
in
the main thing, and we'll see if there's any more questions before we disappear. I don't know where the sniper rifle was. I don't think anyone used it tonight, to be honest. It is there. It's difficult to use, though.
Yeah. Yeah, big fan of this.
This looks very bright now, coming from that map to this.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see that logo on the back wall there. You know, Alvo's been a long time coming.
Johnny Lobster in the chat saying he's playing in the stream. Just wants to get amongst it all.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing, buddy? We saw you at the bottom of the leaderboard. He'd only just joined. That's why.
Yeah, so this is going to be wrapping up. So, is there any questions anyone's got?
Yeah.
The guys are stopping to play now. We're sitting in a few minutes and answer anything. Sean, what is going on? You were huge there. Why?
I got a time, mate. Got a time.
Yeah.
Good big. Yeah.
Been shaking my gun for so long on Firewall, I'm probably going to be doing it in Alvo out of habit. Yeah, you know, I don't, and it's just, it has to do with, like I said, it's you just don't see it, you don't notice it. So one issue I've always had, and I can't wrap my head around that it was a game, and I've I don't remember who we were in a game with, and I had said the same thing, and they said that happened to me all the time. But my camera would appear like 2 feet off to my left.
Yeah, I get that with Beat Saber as well.
Like, and I haven't had that happen beta testing. It's weird. I don't know why, but because everybody's like, you got to do your lighting, you got to paint your walls, and I'm like, I'm not redecorating my entire house just to play VR.
I think a big part of it is the, like I say, the constant movement, your gun shaking, you're all over the place. Like I mentioned earlier on, walking around your room, getting totally disoriented where you are in your actual own room because of it all. But it's not been a problem at the moment, for sure. Wolf has a question. Who's next?
Who's next? That's a very good question.
So did he win overall?
I honestly, I think overall he won. Definitely won more than he lost. Like I would say he won 100% out of everybody. I'm gonna say that he won. Like that's I'd be interested to see the elite players playing average. Be able to test the game.
What's an elite player and what's an average player? Because it's so different to anything else at the minute that it may be a level playing field to begin with. You know, skill doesn't necessarily transfer from one to another.
And we got Steve now in the Alvo chat.
In the chat.
Quick shout out to Killer Cam for the tier 1 sub to Wolf over on AHC. Much appreciated, man. Thank you for the support as always. Killer Cam is by far probably our #1 supporter. And then Karen. Like Karen and Killer. Like they're battling it out. Do you find having experience in Firewall helps you with this game even though it's different? No.
I don't think it does. No. The only thing that would be a benefit is having your VR legs. If you haven't got VR legs, you're probably going to have to ease into the free for all, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't get motion sick, in all honesty, but it is fast paced. Is Steve still in the chat? Steve?
Looks like Steve's in the chat there. Steve's looking forward apparently to going back and looking at how we destroyed his YouTube channel. When he watches this back, I just want to apologize ahead of time, Steve, for ruining it. Appreciate that. I have no face. What's going on, man?
Questions. We've had some good questions come in. I think we've answered a fair bit. Some good gameplay on show. So.
Unfortunately, I have no face. You actually just came in at the end. They just finished playing. 2 hours? Was it really 2 hours?
It was 2 hours. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's gone by. Incredible. It is now 1 a.m. here. 1 a.m. on a Monday.
That's incredible. I didn't even realize it was 2 hours. They've been playing for 2 hours. I didn't even realize it. That's insane.
And they probably spent the best part of 20 minutes in the lobby in total, if that.
How much do you think Steve was alive in the game?
Well, Steve's in the chat now, by the way. So Steve is
all the time. Oh yeah, he was #1 on all the games for sure. He did phenomenal.
He was definitely top 10.
Definitely,
yeah, top 10.
Yeah. Definitely top 10.
There was one game we thought you might want to clip, which is the one you did win. But yeah, other than that, it was Wolf. Wolf was absolutely phenomenal, but we've saved the idea. We said we'd put something in the game for him to commemorate the situation. He's already got it, so that saves the devs some work.
Who said Wolf would win?
Titch.
Oh, my hand. That hand's not on the stream. That hand. Yeah.
Called it.
We did.
2 hours ain't that long, says VR Slayer 420. Well, I would like you to cast with me one day a Firewall League match, and then tell me 2 hours isn't a long time. Because at the end of that 2 hours, you're just happy it's over.
Yeah.
Steve saying we need something for the runner-up. What place does Steve come?
I can work out. I'll go back through the stream. And
we can go back through this.
I'm thinking about third. So it was Wolf, and then who was second? God Cannon seemed to be second a lot.
Yeah,
probably ERB at the end there.
Yeah. Get the stats up.
Yeah, we'd have to scrub through the video, through the VOD.
You are moving up, Steve. To be fair, moving up in the point rankings actually on how many kills you've got.
Yeah, it's one thing to play it VR. It's one thing to play it. It's a different thing to sit here and cast it, though. It's I could play VR for hours on end, but not notice it. But Wolf and I have done like double feature where we've done like 3.5 hours of casting. And at the end of it, I'm like, oh my god, just stop.
If I'm correct, this was a new account for Steve for this match. Because he has been using a different one the whole time through. So if that is the case, just in the last 2 hours, he's done 978 kills.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot. That can't be right.
Steve stream?
That can't be right.
That was it. Yeah.
How many do I have? That can't be right. He couldn't have got that many on one stream. There's no way.
Yeah, that's if that is a new account.
But it's just so fast, isn't it? So it's crazy.
Yeah, he set it up yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so he padded his stats yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. Considering his other accounts only got 1,993, so he's doing all right.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We've still got a few people watching here, so has anyone got any more questions while we're just chatting away for a bit?
Yeah. You've got Ask the Publishers in the chat.
Yeah.
Ask them any questions. We've got to look back through, Steve. We did a little vote earlier just for what people we were talking about. Someone asked about price. So we did do a what would you pay for Alvo? So we've got to have a look through that and see what we can get on that side of it. I think we've got a few comments in the AHC stream on that as well to have a look back through.
Is there links to see it? So there will be. I will drop the link to the YouTube as well as once this is done, the VOD will be live on here. I have no face. Sorry, was that the question that you were asking me, or was it something else? You said something about chat, and I looked over. That was the first question. Is there a link to see?
He was talking about the price of the game.
The price of the game.
We did that little chat vote earlier.
Yeah.
Straight to the plug.
No, I have no face. Literally said because it came in. I said, "Well, you just missed it," and I kind of felt bad. And he says, "Is there a link to see it?" And I said, "Yeah, you can." Anyway,
we have a question about private matches. Now, at the moment, that isn't in, but it's definitely something that they want to put in. That ties into league play. Oh, Steve's on it. Yep, I will be quiet. Steve's there. May make release. So that's good.
Yeah,
it's definitely something that's been worked on.
That's private invite. So that's the private invite system. Now, whether is that what you mean, Steve, on that?
So Steve's talking about private invite. The questions about private matches is in custom matches. Is the way I'm reading that.
Yeah, basically both are on the cards. Both are working. So private lobbies won't be for release, but it will be sort of very soon afterwards. Steve's talking on the party invite system. Which is top of the list for things to do before launch.
Weird, odd side note, but I just noticed the you had a little bit of a buffer there, and it came up with the stream title. Does it really say Pro League game?
Not on my side.
On Sean's side, it did. That's weird. Anyway, sorry.
Weird.
How's playing Alvo? Playing Alvo is absolutely a lot of fun. The tempo is fast paced. Like I said, it's got the bit of everything for everybody. Some people refer to like Call of Duty and stuff like that. I can't really compare it to that because I don't actually play Call of Duty. And anybody that knows me, I've been very vocal of until VR hit, I never played shooter games because I'm terrible with them on controller, and I'm even worse at them with keyboard and mouse. But the first thing that comes to my mind with the seek and destroy aspect going to be coming into it is Counter-Strike, because I believe they have the free-for-alls and stuff on there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I have an amazing analogy for Monastery free-for-all. For anyone who does play Call of Duty, Shipment. Does anyone know the map at Shipment on Call of Duty?
Yeah.
That's free-for-all Monastery. There's just always someone in front of you, behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you, above you. It's just everywhere.
That's good, yeah. That's good makeup.
But it makes for great fun. I don't normally like free-for-all, but it does make for great fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, to commentate private matches with friends would be cool, even if just on ranked. So yeah, I think there's a big demand for it. So it's not something that would want to delay the game, but there's a big demand for it.
Come practice with Helmy when you're done. So I came home. I had an hour to. By the way, I built this entire thing, the set in like an hour, which was. Sorry, give me 1 second.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like family comes first.
Coming in.
Yeah, family comes first. So Titch did an amazing job. He spent a couple of days making. He's making this basically a world, a streaming world. So he's got his amateur hour set. He's just made an Alvo set. He spent a couple of days making an Alvo set, and I looked at it and said, "Titch, can you send me the file?" So I completely deleted it when he sent me it, and I restarted again. And he got home from work. And then, just started implementing it, and we finished about 5 minutes before we went live.
Oh my god, I've been muted this entire time. Wonderful. Awesome.
Yeah, excellent. So we've just been staring at you while you've been
Wonderful.
muted. Excellent.
So I was actually working on it after we went live. So we went to starting soon, and I was still in the background adding things and making adjustments to the scenes. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. But I was surprised that we got it all done. Like re-rendering the intro. Like I had to render the intro file all over again. So from being able to do that and build the entire scene in an hour, I am unbelievably impressed.
That 3D logo that's on the wall behind you, Titch. Don't turn around and look at it because it's just not going to be there. I made that quite a long while ago. I was hoping to be able to get it into the game, but it's got what is called a high poly count. So it's an extremely large file that's probably half the size of a map. Because of how many indentations it's actually got in it. So I do need to simplify it, but I've been waiting for months to be able to use that. And this has given an absolutely fantastic opportunity. It looked brilliant there.
Yeah.
Really happy.
Well, if we're all sitting flexing about what we've done, I've brought my face along. So
yeah, Venny's... What do you do, Venny?
I don't know.
Structure. Without Venny, we'd be chaotic.
Yeah, Venny's the Discord guru.
Yeah, he's the glue that keeps everything moving.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Steve's saying the mute happened to him in game 2 as well. I hate that. You go into a match and you mute your mic. Oh, it does my head in. You realise halfway through you're telling someone it's behind you. Oh.
But at that point, the sound was quite high for the game chat, so we caught all of that. We caught the moment that he realised he was muted.
That was
the whole situation.
And it was we had actually gone quiet because it was in the tunnel,
hadn't he?
Yeah, and we had been talking about the tunnel, right? Like the tunnel is really good. Like the audio in the tunnel is so good. And we're like, oh, listen, you can hear it. And all of a sudden he unmutes. He's like, oh, I've been mute this entire time.
Yeah, we got that. We're discussing that one. But no, it's... Everyone, it has been an absolute pleasure to be able to stream this live beta of Alvo. I hope we can do a few more soon. Certainly once we get the next patch in. That won't be very long at all. The team are working on that to get it chucked out to all the devices. We'll keep you in the loop as soon as we get any EU beta codes. You'll be the first to know. It's one of those things. It's a ever-developing game, ever-developing situation. Steve is, as you know, extremely open. As soon as he knows something, you know it. A lot of the time before we even know it. So keep in the Discord. If you're not in Discord, Venny has put it in the chat. He will put it in the chat again as soon as we finish this stream. Please join in, share the word of Alvo, get the Alvo army growing. Let's get this game built. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll catch you all soon.
Yeah, so thanks a lot to Alvo for hosting us on their YouTube. Huge shout out to everybody over on AH Commentary for watching that. There's going to be more to come once this game hits, and the boys here get Pro League all over it, and they're going to get their dirty mitts right into that thing. So Yeah, going to be a lot more to see here. And thanks again for everybody for watching. That's going to be for us. Congratulations, Wolf, on winning tonight. And until next time, boys, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Hello, I love all this energy. All this energy.
What's this knob do?
No, wait.